That's what we do on Fridays.
It
When
is.
when we remember it's Friday.
Hey, everybody's here.
I totally, during work today, thought it was Thursday just because we got messed up in lab. It's like, oh, right, I have Pathfinder.
Yeah, my students are all like, "Are you gonna come to the game on Friday?" And I'm like, "No, man." They're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Cause I gotta play Dungeons and Dragons, man." And then they were like, "You're a nerd, Mr. Mon," and I'm like, "I know.
Oh shit.
I'm a chemistry teacher, lady."
I thought the nerd part was just kind of, assumed.
All right, so last week you snuck into the room with the statue, and then what happened?
Took the gem.
After thoroughly searching for traps everywhere. Because apparently this place has traps on its traps.
That can only be
Traps
found
for
once you
days.
trigger the traps.
Okay, there, Sala. I posted the picture in Discord, and apparently it's not like eggnog. It's more like just marshmallow flavored,
Peep nog.
peat flavored milk ish thing. There is an Easter eggnog, but they also just have peat milk.
So they find some peeps that are lactating and then they milk it.
Yes.
Lactating peeps. I can't.
What? But only the rabbit-shaped peeps, because the chicken-shaped peeps obviously don't lactate.
Yeah, or the ghost ones. They definitely don't lactate.
Maybe they just
Well,
ectoplasm.
you know what? Almonds don't lactate either, but they still make almond milk.
So you tell me
Almonds ain't even got no titties.
So the ghost peeps for Halloween are like incorporeal undead?
Yes.
So they're tasty incorporeal undead.
And you can smite them.
And they make ghost peeps, and I believe they also make bat peeps. They could probably milk the bat peeps as well.
Well, they can if it was the George Clooney bat peeps because they had nipples.
I like where this conversation's going tonight.
This is definitely. I like where this is going. Definitely. I do like George Clooney nipple peeps.
So, I assume an alarm didn't go off in this room.
Nope, no alarm.
Okay, so what is our plan?
To leave the room and go back down.
Are we going to get the guy who we left in the bathroom?
Yes.
And how many more teleports or dimension doors do we have?
I don't think we have enough.
I have one, and then Ervin's got two.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Whose did we use to get upstairs?
Mine.
Hers.
So that's 3 of those used plus your 1 level 4 spell of Hold Monster that you tried on me. I thought you said you had 4 level 4s a day.
I do, but I have okay, what was the exact spell? So I have where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go?
On your spell list?
Yeah, okay, number 5. Level 5 spell, I have Bard's Escape. It says it works functionally like Dimension Door.
How many level 5 spells have you used?
1.
I have Dimension Anchor.
That would be counterproductive, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much the opposite of what we need right now.
We need the other thing.
All right, so we've got to go mosey back upstairs to the dude in the bathroom, and then from there teleport back downstairs to the door with the gem hole.
Oh, snap. I can almost do interplanetary teleport.
Well, do we have to? Because in order to get the Lord's daughter, we have to teleport back up here, correct?
Yes.
So why don't we just teleport downstairs, open the door,
And
teleport
walk up.
back to the bathroom, and then unlock it from the inside. The guy can follow us. We go get the girl.
I like where this is going.
They might
Okay.
notice their prisoner walking with us. Now, I can make him invisible, but I don't know how well that would work.
Well, then we bring her to him.
Slightly better.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If we walk out of here, because they saw us walk into this room, they're probably going to wonder if we suddenly disappear and don't ever come out of this room. So we walk and we mosey back upstairs to the dude. From there, we teleport back downstairs to the room that we need to get in that required the gem. Once we're finished with whatever horrors await us down there, we can either, depending on what time it is, either people will be in the midst of the reveal or whatnot, and we could either just teleport back upstairs, then mosey on downstairs, at which point the dude will have his weapon and all his other crazy shit.
Indeed.
And they're probably going to want to fight us anyway when we try and take the girl out of here.
Well, we could cut one whole teleport out of this if we mosey out of here, find her, bring her with us to the basement, and then we can just teleport out from the basement to outside the gates.
But then we're missing the guy.
He's gonna come with us too. That's why we're gonna take her into the bathroom. All of us are gonna go down to the room, so that's one teleport. And then it's one teleport out, so that just means we only need 2 teleports, which is perfectly what Aravan has if Bard's Escape doesn't work in the way that I think it does. The downside is, depending on how close we are to 9 o'clock, people might start looking for her.
Well, I really don't care who's looking for her once we leave.
Well, that was my point originally, is we let her do her reveal as long as we get to her before midnight. That's when because the reveal is supposed to be at 9, but the actual, everyone turns into the creepy undead at midnight was the thing we were told, correct?
Yes.
So, as long as we get her before that point, we're good to go. When she has not consummated her undeadedness.
Yes, her undead creek, kill everythingness.
So we go down with the dude. We, get his shit, get whatever we need to down there. Then we pop back upstairs, find her, and just, teleport the fuck out of there. Or we just kill everyone and then just, mosey on out at our own leisure.
I'm okay with either one. I mean, the Django Unchained one method is definitely an option.
I also just have a question, not to throw any water on this whole plan or anything, but we kind of explored the basement and we found some cells, and there wasn't really, other than our friend here that we've been sent to find, he is the only prisoner. But isn't this the dude who owns this house, isn't his whole shtick that he's a vampire, and that the reason why the daughter was sent here is because she's a vampire now too?
She's a vampire, almost.
Almost. Don't they need to eat people?
Well, I don't think all the guests here are vampires.
So some of these people are living and are very well likely about to get all eat when turns midnight.
Did you suddenly switch back to good again?
We're in Carcosa where everything is trying to kill us.
No, I'm being serious, because
I am not switched back to good. I haven't been good for a very long time. I'm purely neutral about this. What I am is I'm thinking about what's going to happen the moment we're like, all right, let's go. Wait, those people are going to die? All right, well, now we have to fight, and we don't have a fucking plan.
We don't know who's who. We can't just go up to them and say, hey, are you a vampire? Are you a vampire? Are you a vampire?
If they try to stop
Because
us,
some of them don't even know they're vampires yet.
if they try to stop us, I'm definitely okay with laying on the freaking smiting action.
Fact is, we were sent here to get the girl, get the bard. We're not here to save this world, we're here to save ours.
Yes. But if they want us to smite them, then that's definitely okay with Crumb.
Well, yeah, look, I mean, I've been saying for a while we really need a plan, but we keep winging it anyway. So, you know, I mean, what are you saying? You know, do you want to like try and save everybody? We can do that, or well, we could try anyway.
We'll play it out.
But it'll you know involve a lot more combat, and I'm fine with that. Just saying.
But I'm pretty sure that y'all are running out of spells.
Yep.
Correct.
And channels.
There is that. I only have 2 channels left.
Like, you guys can probably go, but like me and Indra and Crumb, we got limited shits.
So yeah, we're not saving the people that we don't even know are living.
Yeah, we're not here for them.
Well, okay. At this
My
point,
opinion.
how about we do step 1, go down to the or get the guy, go to the basement, find out what's behind that door, finish that aspect before we start planning 2 steps ahead.
Yeah,
Because we don't even know what we're
Yeah.
going to run into down there.
Step 1, save our asses.
Agreed.
And basically, we just save Aravan. You save your 1 teleport, the teleportation teleport, for when we got to all get the fuck out of here quick, fast, in a hurry to the other guy's place.
That's the plan, Stan.
Yeah.
Are you good, sir?
I mean, I want to kill every bad thing here, but let's be realistic. I don't got much stuff left.
I mean, if you could keep me and Kelf alive, I'm pretty sure we could kill everything. But it's just a matter of, you know.
That might be difficult when you have only 2 channels.
Exactly.
Yep. And your spellcasters are running low, and there's no telling, like, when shit starts popping off, we don't know how much is going to show up in terms of, backup for them or whatever.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be the total defeatist here and say I have a funny feeling we're going to wind up fighting the majority of this household before this night's over. But, one way or another, we still have to do what things we can and not plan for that part before we finish this part.
Right.
Just, cast casual.
Let's assume subtlety will work for once.
Act like it will.
I wish
then...
this was an anime cartoon just to see the big question mark, uneven face mask eyes that Amos would have just shot at Kelf.
Can we just do the Metal Gear Solid thing and just put a box on us and walk around?
There's 5 of us, plus dude, plus chick. That'd have to be a big box.
A really big box. Dimensional box.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, so mosey on upstairs.
So wait, who has the gem?
Pretty sure either Indra or I have it.
And also, I just have a quick question. We have discussed that this is a sumptuously decorated house. There are paintings and things. I am unfamiliar with the level of basic technology of these worlds. I mean, there's fantasy world, but Pathfinder seems to have rules for everything. Does that include things like oil lamps, or is it all going to be candles?
Yeah, they do have oil lamps. A safe bet for a lot of when you see buildings like this when they have manor houses and shit in Pathfinder is usually early Renaissance.
Okay, alrighty. I just want to, if I'm going to pull something out of my hat, I just want to know what's available to me.
So, just a question, Solid. Did you mage hand the gem or no?
I don't remember. I could have.
All
If
right, so
we
we'll
need
just
to.
assume no, and we'll say that Victor has it after climbing up on the statue because you have to check for traps anyway.
Okay, now it's an Ioun stone. Do you just have it like floating around your head, or did you stick it in a bucket, or what?
It's in a pocket. I'm not letting it float.
Do you want to put it in one of the bags of holding or something? Or
We can if you want.
Does it make your pocket float?
no, but I just don't know what kind of you can't sense something that's in a bag of holding.
That'd be funny though. Like, now you have something in your pocket. Are you happy to see?
Oh
it?
well, if they can't sense it, then yeah, it might be good to put it in there then.
All right,
I will hand it to Amos.
I'll stuff it in the bag.
In the bag.
All right, so let's commence with the moseying.
Let's do this moseying thing.
Way through, I snag another glass of wine from a waiter, and I say, "Oh,
No.
by the way, do you have anything a little stronger, perhaps, in the kitchen?"
The waiter's like, stronger? You mean hard spirits? Darling,
Yes.
this is not a soiree in which one would get blistering drunk like the common rabble.
No, but given the excitement of the coming out, I want to settle my nerves. I know the young lady in question.
The coming out? I'm sorry, ma'am. I hate to tell you, but you've already missed it.
I must have been so nervous. I was in the restroom trying to calm myself. How long ago was it?
Roughly about half an hour ago. I believe she's in the ballroom now making the rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. I feel absolutely terrible. I'm going to go and splash some water in my face. Thank you. It goes up it whispers to these guys, "Dude, it's already like 9:30.
How the fuck did we miss that?
Apparently we're killing.
We don't have
time with things.
clocks."
Yeah, I figured the guy who runs the place might have planned to attend it, but he was still standing out here in the hallway.
Yeah, the coming out center was probably here, and then she went to the ballroom.
Again, how did we miss it? We were just in the room next door.
You were in the
downstairs.
basement.
When
I know what direction things are. I don't know what time things are.
When you all came out of the basement, you didn't ask, "Oh, what time is it?" or "Oh, when is she coming down?" It had already happened.
Gosh darn it.
Well, it's going according to the plan. She does the thing, and then we go get her at the end of this.
And we do our thing.
Now we know where she is.
So now we just gotta do our thing and then get her and go. Doesn't really change much. You just gotta go get the dude and get the thing, get the stuff, and then get her.
Okay, so are you going back to the basement?
Eventually, yes, we have to go upstairs first so we can the board thing.
After we grab our friend from the bathroom.
Indeed.
Okay, you head up to the bathroom. And you head back down the stairs. There you go. Or you teleport back down the stairs.
Okay, now we gotta go to that one center room thing.
It's south.
Yeah, through the maze. Because
Well,
through the
actually,
maze-
since we've been there, why would we teleport here and not just right outside that door?
because the GM didn't move us there.
Shame.
I hand the gem to our trap sniffer.
Sniff it out, buddy.
This is trapped.
We're missing an Aravan somewhere.
Yeah, all I see is black.
And she wanted to see black.
I have no idea where your tune went. I just copied and moved everybody, and you were there a minute ago.
Right.
Well, it was nice playing with you guys.
You went to the either.
Sure, it fell to corruption, I guess. Oh, there I am.
Where everybody go? Okay, then we go again. I'm confused.
I don't know where you went. I just kept hitting undo until you reappeared.
Hey, whatever works.
So is this door trapped?
No.
It's a trap.
Don't think this door is trapped. All right, I will place the gem into the socket.
The door swings open. A large stone sarcophagus lies against the southern end of this chamber. Bas relief carvings of celestial creatures being slaughtered or succumbing to orgiastic acts with infernal creatures cover the walls, except the south. There, the carving depicts a bearded man standing majestically on the backs of a man and woman as he pulls their heads back with collars attached to chains clenched in his fist.
This is kind of erotic, man.
Are you sure you follow Shaylin?
I said I can appreciate, artwork. Okay? It's pretty erotic art.
Please don't start humping the walls.
I'm not gonna hump the walls. Jeez.
He's gonna hump the walls.
And I jizzed in my pants.
Want to check this sarcophagus, see if there's anything.
Detect magic on it.
You do not detect any magic.
No
No,
magic.
I was more concerned about traps.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, look at that one.
Hey,
You
it's
don't-
still a 35.
You don't see any traps.
Looks clear to me.
I don't see any traps.
Wink, wink.
I will open the sarcophagus.
Okay, you have to kind of put your back into it a little bit, not much because you're strong, but to open this stone sarcophagus. It is
Get in there nice and close.
It is empty, though a small chest sits just at the foot of the sarcophagus inside, normally where someone's feet would rest if they were lying inside the sarcophagus.
I will check the chest for traps.
There are no traps.
I'm still rolling ones. It's 3 ones in a fucking row.
Getting them all out early.
No, I'm just getting them. That chest totally isn't trapped.
It doesn't appear to be trapped.
Well, take it, and this way I can close the sarcophagus. Because is this chest big enough for a bow? Or a musical instrument, rather?
Yes.
Violin, yeah.
Okay. Well, take it, unlock it.
Is it locked?
No.
It's not locked.
I have faith in you, dude.
I'll cover my nuts while he opens it.
All right. I thought you took it.
I handed it to you,
Oh, okay.
and that was it.
You didn't say you handed it to me.
Yeah,
All right,
I
so
did.
I don't remember hearing it. So, but it's now in my possession, so I will open the chest. It's totally not locked, totally not trapped. Wait, where did you guys go?
We are here providing moral support.
Get him done, bud.
Inside the chest is a violin, as well as a deep blue spinal stone worth 474 gold. 3 purple corundums worth 735 gold each. A dark wood statuette of a serpent folk warrior with black opals for eyes, worth 1,975 gold. A gold ring set with rubies, worth 2,340 gold. And the following coinage: 618 platinum, 2,387 gold, 8,575 silver, and 9,600 copper.
All right, what was that statue worth, and what were the gems worth each?
The spinel is worth 474, and the purple corundums are worth 735 each. The statue, 1,975 gold.
Victor will check to see if any of the items inside the chest, which he couldn't see, are trapped.
No, they are not trapped.
Still rolling ones.
Dude, that's uncanny.
Just about rolling like me now.
Well, guess we could ask the bard here if that's his instrument.
He nods very excitedly.
So I guess give him his instrument and check the rooms or anything else in here besides this.
Nope, that's it.
Nothing behind or under the sarcophagus, or anything sneaky.
So to get 4 ones in a row like that, I had a 0.00006% chance of doing that.
Actually, probably even less, considering that every time you rolled, you were actually making 2 rolls, one for the perception and one for the survival, which would lower the odds of getting those, those ones.
Yeah. Let's hope that it's just getting the ones out of the way.
Hey, yeah,
Which there are a lot of.
Not for your saving throws.
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay. All that, I guess, let's leave the room and take the gem back out of the door.
Indeed.
Yep.
My wife needs me to be right back.
Okay.
Victor will take the gem out of the door.
Now that's the purple whatever Aeon stone.
Pale blue rhomboid Aeon stone.
Are they useful for anything?
Yep, Ion stones give you bonuses. Like this one gives the wearer +2 enhancement bonus to strength.
So maybe we want to keep it.
I wasn't planning on giving it back, but we could always sell it later. All right, so that's everything down here in the basement. We have finished the whole thing.
That's all you found.
Was there any place that we missed?
Right in the back.
Not that you know of.
And the only place that we really didn't do a thorough search of was the dead end of the labyrinth.
Do we need to do that?
I mean, we can, because we kind of ran out of there real quick because we were chasing that ghost.
True.
Because this is now we're operating on a timetable. How much time has roughly passed? Or do we have no way of telling here in the dark?
All right, got a 2 this time.
So this is the only place you didn't search.
Correct.
Teleporting back to this room, and then searching through the sarcophagus, searching the room and all that stuff, probably took 10 to 15 minutes.
So we got time.
Where'd you guys go?
I know, I'm trying to find them too.
East. I take it my 29 didn't reveal anything here.
Nope, you don't see anything.
Nope, don't say anything.
I just watch you all run around like rats in a maze, and it's hilarious.
Well, there we are in a maze. Okay, we should probably group up at the entrance to the maze.
Did I find anything?
No.
Alright, so fuck it. Let's just get out of here.
She did a reveal. Let's get the freaking dude and go. And we're done. This place is creepy. And it's full of lots of bad people.
Oh, thank God! I found one of you. Wait, I looked away for a second, and then Victor ran away, and now I've lost him again.
Well, if you want to stand there and look at a wall, you go right ahead.
I didn't know which way to go.
I spent a lot of time drawing in all of the lighting effects on these labyrinth walls, and now I am eternally grateful that I did.
You can tell.
I found them.
Okay, so just to clear, plan is we teleport to the bathroom, we get the girl, we go back to the bathroom, and we bards escape out of the house.
Yes.
Or I think we bards escape from here to there, and we use teleport, which has the much greater range to cross the city to get to the guy's house as our actual escape route.
I thought that's what we were
Okay.
going to do.
That makes more sense.
That's what I was just saying.
Technically, do we even need to withdraw her to a
We can't
station?
go walking around with him.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, we could. That'd be kind of funny. See what he does.
It's not what he's do, what the Lord would do.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be kind of funny to see what he does.
No, it'd be combat.
How do you know?
Combat's not funny because it, invites death.
How do you know that it'd be combat? It might not.
Victor won't even give him a slap. He's just, no.
Victor ain't having it.
All right, so we bards escaping back to the bathroom.
Sure.
All right.
We certainly are utilizing our spells to good ability here.
Is she back, or is that still her body? Because I know
That's just her body.
Okay. Previously, she had disappeared, and I figured, okay. But now her back was back, and I was scared.
All right, so last we heard, she was in the ballroom downstairs.
That was probably like
It's in the bottom
15,
bar,
20
right?
minutes ago.
It's like in the bottom right.
Give
right
give the
after
bar do the same instructions as before. Don't open the door until we come back. Stay in there, lock it all up. Wait, before we go, I asked him, do you know, like, disguise self or anything like that?
He thinks for a moment as I flip through pages trying to find his entry. He thinks for a moment, shakes his head, but holds up a hand. And then he sort of like waves a hand in front of his eyes.
You can't see me. What?
You can go invisible?
And he nods.
Are you very light on your feet? Plural. You have two.
Why doesn't he just come with us?
There's music, and there's me and Crumb walking around in lots of metal armor.
Yeah. Why
If
doesn't
he's
he
in the
just come
same
with us?
area, that's what we're saying, Crumb. She's asking if he's stealthy so that, if he's invisible, he won't be heard.
He makes a kind of so-so gesture.
Okay. I want you to stay right by me. I want you to put your arm through mine, because I'm not going to be able to see you. And I just want to make sure that you're by me.
Yeah, 'cause we can't really talk. So
Okay, so he nods.
All right. Make yourself invisible.
let's go.
He casts a spell, and he becomes invisible.
All right. Let's go.
You do know I can still see him, right?
Yeah, you can still see him.
Wait. Can vampires see people who are invisible?
I don't know. I'm not a vampire.
Does anybody know?
What kind of knowledge check would that be?
It's
Dungeoneering?
a little late now. Also, there's no way you could possibly know. Vampires in and of themselves may not be able to. However, vampires have classes. And if they had any class that had the ability to see invisible and were responsible for any kind of security, they'd probably have cast it.
If they have any class, and they wouldn't be at this boorish ball at all.
Dude, I am gonna fucking
If they had any class,
slice
they'd
you
pay
up
their
with a scimitar
entertainers.
and leave you in the bathtub.
You know, fun.
At least he'll become one with the chick.
You'll finally get
Finally.
it out of her. All right, let's do this.
With that knowledge religion roll, you know that vampires in of themselves do not innately have the ability to see invisible. However, like Eric said, vampires can take classes. So they could have magical items, they could have class abilities that allow them to see invisibility.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes.
I don't see why we're changing the plan.
We're not. It's just saving slightly less people we have to cut our way through. Seems like a good option.
We're changing the plan.
It's rough.
The plan was he stays in there. We go downstairs. We get the girl. We come up here. We get the guy. We teleport out. I don't see why we're introducing an unknown variable here.
We could just leave him up here invisible while we go get the girl.
I think he should stay in the bathroom. Because, I'm probably not as rich as these lords, and if I can afford an item that lets me see invisible, I'm pretty sure they can.
Actually, we're probably much wealthier than anyone here. in what we wear on us. However, anyone who was like, say, a sorcerer or a bard or any other class that gets see invisibility as
I
a class
honestly
spell
kind of agree with Cal here.
would probably have it. So,
Plus,
you know.
I don't know anything about vampires, but I mean, can they like smell different people?
Okay, at this point, we are fucking paralysis by analysis. We are overthinking everything and getting nothing done, and time is ticking.
Yeah.
Let's just
Let's
let this guy
just-
go.
Leave him.
Yeah, let's leave the guy in the bathroom. We'll come back. If we don't come back, it's because we're dead. It doesn't matter.
You're dead.
All right, I say to the invisible space where I think the guy is, go back in the bathroom, lock the door. If we're not back in a couple hours, try to sneak out on your own. I am so sorry.
Peace.
If not back in an hour, call the police.
Does Victor see him acknowledge?
He nods.
Okay, he nodded. He'll lock the door.
Let's go then.
To the ballroom. Lord of the House isn't here.
The ballroom's down in the corner, remember?
Meander.
Wait, stop, Crumb.
Going to the ballroom.
Wait for your group.
Meander. Mosey.
The sachet.
Sashay.
I don't see her.
Well, she's in the ballroom and she is dancing with one of the other people.
I'm gonna cut in.
Here we go again.
I can do this. I got the diplomacy. I'll diplomacy my way to cut in.
Yeah, you can diplomacy your way in and cut in. And are you going to dance?
Yes, I am.
Give me a perform dance check.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll my dex, right? Haha.
You step on her feet.
I'm sorry.
Does she yelp in pain?
She winces in pain, but she's trying to keep a smile on her face to be
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Gracious.
But
And
gracious.
perform dances uses your charisma, not your dex.
Oh, my chaw, then definitely better. So it's a +3 more.
So a 50.
I step in. I'm like, I am so sorry, and I look at Crumb. I'm like, Crumb, you are just step aside. And I put my arm around her. I'm like, are you okay? We should go sit down. I mean, your feet must be hurt so much from this. And I give her the knowing, like, play along.
That requires a bluff check.
Well, okay.
Because you're trying to pass a secret message.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll to intercept that secret message. $46 to intercept that secret message.
Why are you trying to intercept a secret message?
Because I've never been able
Because
to.
he
this game
likes
yet.
messing with us.
Never done that this game, so thought it'd be a good time to do that.
Now is not the time. We are trying to get to the chopper right now.
I'm not stopping you from reaching the damn chopper.
He just wants to get the joke.
All right. She's like, oh, yes, we'll go and sit down. And she leans over and whispers, can't we stay just a little bit longer?
No.
I totally do the whole, like, we're bestie girlfriends, like, and I get a smile and giggle, and looks like we're having just a pleasant conversation as I whisper to her, now limp a little bit.
If this were a modern setting, you'd be doing that, like, group thing chicks do where they smush their faces together and take the selfie.
But, and if this was Sense and Sensibility, we would be, like, behind our fans talking about, like, Mr. Darcy.
All right, Bay, let's get out of here. Lol.
La la la, walking with my lady friends. Walking.
You have lady friends.
Ervin's Mumbai.
Squad's rolling deep.
Except for Crumb, he never rolls deep.
He's kind of a dwarf.
Almost, you're falling behind.
Amos, you're rolling way deep.
Is he feeding a cat?
Sorry, I just had to check on one.
Meow.
Kitty.
Kitty.
Walking with my lady friend.
Victor's having a little trouble walking down this hallway.
Walking. I stare longingly at like the sideboard with its selection of boozes and snacky snacks.
Why don't you have some?
Oh, they do look really good, and
No,
it would
Indra.
totally
No,
sell the
Indra.
cover.
Smack that.
It's not like you're the designated driver.
Enjoy, you need to watch your figure.
You say she's
I look at it with naked lust. Thank God there is a waiter walking by with a fresh tray of champers.
Okay?
Little champies. Have little champers. Snag one of those.
Victor will just shake his head.
Lead my lady friend up the stairs.
So what did you snag from the waiter?
A glass of sparkling wine, also known as champagne, sometimes colloquially called champers.
Yeah,
No, they don't have champagne. They have wine.
the wine.
I grab a glass of the delicious wine, and since it's later in the evening, I'm assuming it's a dessert wine, like a Moscato.
It is. It's actually a quite good vintage.
Oh, God, so delicious. I kind of want a bottle. I know where the wine cellar is. Nope, focus on work. Leading my lady friend up the
You
stairs.
do know where the wine cellar is.
I can come back later. Bite my lip as I lead my lady friend up the stairs.
I was trying to move you, but then she moved and it messed up. Just go with it.
We secret knock at the bathroom.
Time to teleport and go home.
Wait
Right.
till he opens. Has he opened? He's not dead in there.
It's the Sixth Sense. He was dead all along.
The door opens and you can see he is kind of stuck with the lord of the house holding him by the back of the neck.
We should kill him now.
And in his other hand, he's holding a glass of wine.
I look, I'm like, oh, this room is occupied. I'm sorry, we were just gonna take a moment to sit down and relax. Our young friend here hurt her foot, and we were just going to start closing the door.
He says, please. You've made so many visits to this room over the evening, it became far too suspicious. It was quite easy for one of my guards to stand at the bottom of the stairs and hear everything you were saying.
Well, that's nice. So we're gonna take the bar guy and we're gonna go.
See those stairs right there that go down?
I thought those went up onto the bathing platform.
No. Those are stairs that go down to a room below.
Well, we're still gonna take the
Well,
bar and
that
we're gonna go.
would have been nice to know.
Yeah, I thought those were going up to the bathing thing.
Yeah.
I suppose we should come in and talk about this.
It's like, oh yes, you should.
Roll initiative.
Where was that? There we go.
We're gonna enter the room, correct?
Yeah.
When we start fighting them, yeah.
In turn order, yeah.
We're not fighting yet, so technically
And
we're
about
not.
the opera.
Okay.
When you started talking and then the initiative went, that's what started combat. Now we're on turn order.
Yeah, initiative basically means they are obviously hostile.
It's popping off.
We are the last to go.
A lot of motherfuckers.
Hang on, let's try this one instead.
These motherfuckers got some kick-ass initiative, apparently. Oh no, just everyone's rolling 19s and 20s.
Yeah, that's how it usually works.
I see where all my dice went.
Yeah, the GM stole them. Jerk, GM.
Dang it. I was trying to find good Dracula music, but there's not any.
Play Dance of
I will
Illusions.
fully accept some Phantom of the Opera. I fucking love that shit.
Ah, this is totally Dance of Illusions.
Copyright infringement.
Don't you just record it with no sound anyways?
Yeah, I know. That's why I have the in-game sound muted.
So then, bitch, let us enjoy the music!
Alright, the guards in the room behind you open the door and come out. That is his move. Then the Lord looks at Indra and says, "Enough out of you. Give me a will check." Dang it. There it is. You just barely make the DC. Okay, you're fine. And the next guard comes out. And takes a swing at Amos. And misses horribly.
Wait, they're vampires now? I didn't think it was midnight yet.
He's attacking you, but the energy drain is just an innate ability that he doesn't know he has.
Okay.
They're always vampires. They just don't know until midnight.
Man, they suck. Get it?
The one who opened the door will take a swing at Erevan with her sword. Does a 24 hit?
It does not. It does not.
Sorry, ignore the second one. It's my mouse clicked twice. Does a 27 confirm?
Confirm. What do I do for that?
Does it hit you?
No, actually.
Well, remember you're flat-footed, so take away your dexterity from your dex mod from your armor class. What is your armor class with no dex? You're flat-footed.
That would be 29.
With no dexterity, your armor class is a 29?
Yeah, she's got good armor class.
Yeah, after that last shopping spree, yeah.
It's kind of awesome.
I know,
All right.
right?
So you take 15 damage. This one moves into the doorway and attacks Endra. With the 28.
Yes. If I'm flat-footed, yes.
If you haven't acted yet, you're flat-footed.
All right, Erevan, it is your turn.
I have been wanting to cast this spell ever since I got it. I'm going to cast Storm Bolts. Defensively, of course. Cast Storm Bolts defensively, excluding my party members and the bard and the chick. The chick we're taking out.
You got to make your concentration check for the casting defensively.
Right. Thought I had a
Okay,
button for
I
that,
have
but
to
apparently
go
not.
change my daughter because she is dirty as hell, so I need to run. My turn when it comes up is to give Amos bull strength.
And that is D20 plus int mod, was it?
D20 plus your level plus your int mod. And you don't have combat casting, do you?
No.
Okay. So yeah, it'll be D20 plus 15 plus what's your int mod? Like plus
Plus 8.
okay, yeah, so it'll be D20 plus 23. That would do it.
Yeah.
Because the DC for this one was a 31. 15 plus twice the level of the spell you're casting.
Okay. I thought I had a. Oh, I.
You
do
did.
have a
You had a
button for that.
concentration. It's called concentration.
Yeah, I forgot it's on the top bar, not the bottom one.
Okay, and it's a fort for half?
That's what it says. Let me double check. Fort, yeah, it's fort for half damage, and it negates the stun if they succeed.
Okay, the two guys in the back failed. It's a DC 26, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't have any spell focus evocation or anything, do you?
I don't think so. In fact, I know I don't.
Okay, the two guys in the back and one of the ones in front of the door failed, and the other two saved. So it was 61 damage.
Yep.
He just went all Emperor Palpatine on everybody.
Dude, I've
Yeah,
been
I did.
itching for that fucking to use that spell since we got it. I'm
I
just
know,
like,
but I mentioned it to you because I thought, oh, that's something he'd like to cast.
you bet your ass it is. No, Jedi.
So be it.
You might
I
want to,
need
at this
it.
point, take a 5
5
foot
foot
step
step.
away from the guys right there, like maybe next to where Kelf is.
Yes, I will 5 foot step back. Unimaginable power.
Unlimited.
Yes, it's been a while since I've seen that one.
Plus, Anno isn't a Star Wars nerd.
I like Star Wars, but I am not like the hardcore fandom nerd, like the degree.
Amos.
So like,
I am
all is.
delaying until Indra goes.
Indra?
Is there any place I can move? No, yeah, I can. Because I have a move action, a swift action, and then I can cast a spell. Correct? Yes.
Yes. However, unless you acrobatics, those two people that are right in front of you that have already acted will get attacks of opportunity on you when you move.
Yes. Okay, then there's no place for me to move. I'm going to have to stand here and take it in the face.
Or concentrate.
What?
Are you casting a spell?
I was going to cast haste, so I would have to cast defensively. Do my usual where I begin to dance and cast haste, so I'd have to cast defensively.
Yes, that's sufficient to cast haste, by the way. 15 plus 6. 21 is your target number.
All right, I'm back.
We'd have to really. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Did my macro not work? Is that what you're telling me to roll? Do I have to roll again? I'm confused.
No, you're casting defensively roll, that's fine.
Okay. And I cast haste.
Okay.
And of course I begin to dance in there, because that's what I always say. I cast haste and begin to dance, is what I always say.
My turn?
Yes.
All right, at the guard who is right adjacent to me. He takes 87 points of damage, ignoring any DR he might have. Is he still up?
He goes down.
I 5-foot step to engage the other one. For brain fart, 77, 82 points of damage, also ignoring any DR.
He goes down.
That's all I could do because I took a 5-foot step. So that's end of my turn.
Chrome, you said you were casting Bull Strength.
Yeah, I think if I have a step and then bull strength because, well, that's where Amos is.
I'm strong like bull.
Strong like bull.
Strong like bull, smart like ox. That brings my strength to a 30.
Victor?
Which one of these two guards is stunned?
The one directly, or the one not directly in front of Indra. The one directly in front of you.
Okay, then Victor will study the stunned one and begin to shoot it with sneak attacks. Assuming they're not immune to sneak attacks.
Nope.
Should I roll my haste attack for that one?
Let me see here.
And okay, a 22 does not confirm. So the critical hit does not confirm.
Okay, with your hasted attack, she goes down. One of your attacks missed.
37 for my haste attack.
Okay. You gonna do anything else but shoot?
No.
You need to AFK real quick, guys.
Okay. The Lord in the back takes a 5-foot step forward, letting go of the bard. That brings him within 30 feet of Amos. Amos, give me a will save.
Wait.
You know what vampires can do?
Dominate person.
Dominate person. Amos, you fail.
Yeah, I rolled pretty.
You are now dominated.
Wait.
That's okay. On the plus side, the one thing about dominate is the first time he tries to tell me to do something that would go against my nature, I get a reroll.
Unless somebody has a spell that allows them to instant cast and give you a second save.
The vampire in front of Sala, you know, as she's shaking off the lightning that has coursed through her body, you see her eyes get kind of big and a little bit wild.
Much like mine are right now.
No, this is more like a barbarian's rage, I'm guessing.
No, not like a barbarian's rage. Her eyes get sort of a glint in them that seems dark and kind of evil.
Just remember, I didn't hurt anybody yet.
And she drops her sword and reaches for Sala. Does a 37 hit?
Yes.
Give me a, what is it, a will save or a fort save?
I think it's fort, but I'm not positive. I'm looking. Special ability energy drain, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Are vampires evil outsiders?
No.
No, they are undead.
Is it a fort save?
actually, the fact says, does a creature struck by an attack with energy drain get an initial saving throw at the time? And says, unless the monster or effect description specifically says you get an initial saving throw, you don't. So you have to look at the vampire. Assuming it's a vampire.
A creature hit by a vampire slam or other natural gains 2 negative levels.
And doesn't say anything specific?
No.
So yeah, you gain 2 temporary negative levels, and it gains 10 temporary hit points.
So no saves?
Nope, you will get a save when the 24 hours is up to see if they become permanent negative levels. Unless they're removed by like a restoration spell beforehand.
I'm back.
So yeah, there's no save unless
All
it
right.
specifically says.
Erevan, it is your turn.
I am going to hit this dude here with Misfortune.
Also, I sent you a message on Discord, Michael.
And that's got the bonus from the corset.
She succeeds with a natural 20.
Fuck. Okay.
Indra.
Okay. She slammed me. Is she touching me? Is she still holding me? Do I have to like do escape artist to get out of her grip?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Okay. I'm going to 5-foot step back. Then are vampires do vampires have high will, you know, kind of
Roll.
Make a knowledge religion check.
Vampires generally it depends on the vampire. It's like asking, do humans have a generally high will save?
Now, the basic thing though is that vampires are immune to mind affecting effects though.
I was thinking of Jester's jaunting and dumping one outside, but it's a will negate, so that would be just throwing it away if it doesn't work. I don't want it to touch me, so I could make sure that doesn't happen again, or at least it hurts it, but that doesn't help anybody else. I feel bad.
It's up to you how you play your turn.
God. If we're talking about spells that we have that we've been wanting to use, I'm half tempted to just release mad monkeys and have them swarm over these motherfuckers.
You can do whatever you want.
However, it turns only 6 seconds, so make a decision.
Monkeys.
There are no monkeys. I have no idea how monkeys work. I just know it sounds funny, and in theory should be distracting as fuck, so they don't touch me again. So how do monkeys work? How do I monkey?
That's your spell, Sala.
Stop mucking around, just cast it.
If you're going to use something where you summon something, that means you also have to look up and prepare whatever the thing is you summoned. In this case, a monkey swarm, which is in the rules under one of the monster manuals under monkey swarm.
Monkey, primate, swarm. Okay. I give them the command of swarm over those two, and I point to those folks. What do I need to do now at this point as I'm faced with a page full of numbers?
Okay, Sala, How large is the monkey swarm?
It's 10 foot by 10 foot.
A lot of monkeys.
So you cannot cover both of them.
Could I half monkeys here, half monkeys there?
No.
Fine. She's getting covered with monkeys.
Okay, she is covered with monkeys.
Now I'm just picturing this beautiful orchestral score and the sound
Shrieking monkeys.
monkeys. Yeah.
Now, what does it say the distraction is on them?
And what's the save?
Okay, on the sheet, say defensive abilities.
No sheet, huh?
I mean, there is a sheet. I just don't know. See where on the sheet it says monkey swarm. They save for this.
It's a bunch of monkey sheet.
Yeah, it comes from the monkey swarm, not the spell.
Okay, unlike most swarms, monkey swarms work well together. That doesn't. Okay, that's not it. Defensive abilities, swarm traits, melee, special attacks, distraction. DC 14? Is that what we're looking for? No.
That's it, because that's the distraction.
Jeez.
Then the monkeys have a DC of 14?
She makes that.
Quit
Still,
monkeying
it's a
around,
pile of
man.
monkeys between me and her.
The one thing that they do according to the spell, though, is they make a they attempt a disarm or steal combat maneuver each turn. Since she dropped her sword, that's pretty easy. They just steal it.
Oh, you cheeky little monkeys.
So now there's a swarm of screaming monkeys with a sword. This is getting better.
Those vampires are immune to distraction. It only affects living creatures.
Yeah.
Good try, though, Andrew. Thinking outside the monkey box.
All right, Amos.
Amos heads downstairs to join the party.
Come back here.
I doubt I'd be running. So
No, you're not running. You're just casually sauntering downstairs to go enjoy the party.
that's with my armor. That's move 20 feet.
Crumb.
He's been magically
I'm
charmed.
going to, cast protection from evil on Amos. Someone will go over there and touch him. Snap out of it, buddy.
Okay, so I immediately receive another saving throw against any spell or effect that possesses or exercises mental control over the creature.
Mhm.
And while under the effect of this spell, I'm immune to any new attempts to possess or exercise mental control. So even if I fail my save, until Crumb's spell wears off, he can't give me any commands.
So you'll just be doing a jig downstairs.
No, I'll just turn around and come back up and do what I want to do.
Thought your command was to go downstairs and join the party.
Right. His possession, protection from evil, stops outside possession for its duration.
Ah, gotcha.
He can't exercise any control over me. It was him that told me to go down and enjoy the party. Anyway, I got a 34, however.
Yep, so you snap out of it.
Okay, so I'm snapped out.
Good,
Victor.
good, Amos.
Victor will study the Lord in the back and then begin to shoot him.
No, you idiot. Shoot the one in the dress. He kind of looks like he's in a dress.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, your second attack hits.
So rolling to confirm. Pretty sure that confirms.
Yes.
That'd be 46 damage. Just discount the 27. And then his haste attack. Does a 47 confirm?
Yes.
There's those green numbers I like so much. So that's 2 hits, so 5 points of sonic damage. So 121 points of damage.
Alrighty.
That's it, man. You suck.
Well, given I rolled 2 2s and 1 1,
He snarls. And he points a finger at you.
Oh, he gave you the finger, dude.
And a black ray of energy shoots out at you.
I think he's going to enervate you.
Ooh, that sounds dirty.
And it's not the good way, and wow.
Yeah.
And it is a ranged touch attack, so...
Just hope he doesn't crit.
Yeah, because that really suck.
I'm sure he will.
No, he doesn't crit. Does a 32 hit your touch AC?
Yes.
He actually came pretty close to critting.
He came.
You gain 1 negative level.
I'm gonna have my
I
work
gotta
cut out
redo
for
all
me
these
after
numbers.
This, man. I'm gonna have a lot of work to do after this.
So I effectively lose all my level 15 abilities.
Yeah, if you gain something based on your level 15, then yes.
Jesus.
Yes, my child.
And then you also take minus your hit point amount there, and -1 to hit, -1 to all saves. You don't lose a feat if you got it at level 15 unless it required you to be level 15.
No, it's just like I have to redo every macro I have now.
Eesh.
Oh, don't redo the macro. Just whatever ability you got, just tell me about it and we'll subtract it from the numbers.
My sneak attack goes down, my study target goes down, my trap sense goes down, my damage goes down, my attack goes down.
Yeah, and just
go down?
just let us know what that is when you do the attack, so that way you don't have to change all your macros. Okay, and he also, let me see here. He also seems to like surge up a little bit.
Oh, this isn't even my final form.
Wonk, wonk.
And the guard moves forward and starts to swing
On guard.
at Victor.
No, she's not distracted by the monkeys, but are they at least getting in her way? Is she tripping over them like a cat would?
No.
No, she actually should have taken damage based on what the monkey swarm does, but
Yeah, I don't know what damage the monkey swarm does.
Which
Just,
one of those is real?
Just the first one, because my mouse clicked twice sometimes.
All right, then
So
it
26.
misses.
And then with her other hand, which is holding a shield, she slams at you.
Yeah, that hits.
That's fucked up.
better that one hits than the first one.
True. Way to stay positive, Amos.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Erevan.
That's what Monty Python told me.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna 5-foot step back, and what is the jump range on chain lightning?
The creatures have to be within 30 feet of each other.
Okay, in that case, I am going to hit dude here with chain lightning.
Take a chain and beat him with it.
That's an unfortunate number of ones and twos.
It's about par for the course for me.
Yeah, it's about par for the course for the day.
Okay, so it strikes out at the first one. And it's reflex for half.
Yep.
Yeah, the first one is DC 25 and the second one's a DC 23.
Okay, they both make it.
I'm trying, guys.
We don't completely blame you.
All things considered, we're not doing too bad.
Yeah. I saved the day.
You notice that the lightning doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would think it would. Just slightly less. It was hard to tell when you were palpitating everybody and, people were getting stunned. But with this, you can see not quite as much damage as it fully would.
That was pretty dope.
Still, you got to get that badass Palpatine burst, so.
For real. Some free tight dude.
Indra.
5-foot step back, and then almost, I am unfamiliar with how some of your stuff works. I've seen you charge across a map towards things. Is that going to be something that you're going to be able to do in this case?
No.
From where I am, no, because I have to come up the stairs, and you can't charge and turn.
Okay.
Well, okay, you can, but I don't have that ability. I'm going to be able to charge the person in front of Victor, because I got 10 feet and I could fly, so the steps don't count as difficult terrain for me. But I can't, do a flying charge from here to the guy in the room.
Would you like a jester's jaunt into there to kick his ass?
If you can fling me at that dude in there from where I'm at, sure. But I thought you had to touch me to do that.
Jester's jaunt is one living creature. It is not touch.
Yeah, what's the range on it, though? What's it say?
It's touch with the range there. Derp. It is literally a fastball special.
Well, yeah, that's why I was saying that, because then, if you hadn't a 5-foot step back, you could have tried to acrobatics over towards where I am. And then,
get hurt.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. You could have done the cool move.
I could have. And it hurts. It hurts. And then, fuck. I thought it was gonna be clever. All right, I'm gonna do an attack. Let's try a resonating voice at the dude, king, count, whatever he is.
All that work on your bow and you don't use it.
I lost some levels, so I didn't want to have to change my stuff because I'm not that smart.
It's true.
Okay, so if he succeeds at the fort save, what happens?
Partial. It halves the damage and negates the staggered effect.
Okay, so how much damage does he take?
9 if he saves.
He saves.
Plus, a 1d6 of Sonic, just normal, I think.
No, because it's not a weapon attack.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's a spell thing.
Save the
All right,
demo.
Amos.
Amos is going to charge this one. I actually do have a charge lane to get to there. So since I can fly, the difficult terrain of the stairs is not a factor. I'm charging that dude. For a whopping 43 points of damage.
Alrighty. Crumb.
Well, going to move.
Just remember to leave a spot for Victor to 5-foot step out of.
Oh yeah, move here then. And I'm gonna holy smite him and his buddy here. So center on him to there. So holy smite. It's 1d8 damage per 2 caster levels, maximum 5d8. Okay, so 5d8.
You got to link the spell though, dude, so that Jim could see all the stuff on it.
I don't know how to do that. I don't link stuff.
What is the range on Holy Smite?
It's 100 foot plus 10 foot per level range. It's a 20-foot radius burst, which means it's also going to hit me and Wyatt.
No, I won't hit you.
Yes, it will. 20-foot radius burst.
20 foot, you're 25 feet.
Oh, so it'll hit Wyatt, not me.
Yeah.
Can you center it like...
No, it's because he put it on the guy already. The spell deals 1d8 points of damage per 2 caster level to each evil creature, or 1d6 per caster level to an evil outsider, blah, blah, blah. Neutral characters take half damage and are not blinded. So Wyatt will take half, whatever the damage is. And then we'll have a will save for a quarter.
I don't know why I rolled twice, but 21 damage all around.
And what's the save?
It's only a 4th level spell, so it
DC
shouldn't be all that high.
19.
I take
5 points.
of damage.
Hey, the guard actually fails.
Yay.
So the guard is blind and takes the full 21 points of damage.
Yes, sir. And the guy
Guard is
probably
blinded
saves.
for 1 round.
So the dude probably saves, and then he takes his 10 damage.
Yeah. The dude has a will save where the only way he could possibly fail is to get a 1, and only because it's an automatic failure.
Yeah, and you know what? Amos had a fort save that did that, still got put to sleep by a fucking little poison thing.
It's true.
Little centipede
But no, he
bites
did
or
not fail.
something.
Victor.
Still did damage. And he's blind, so
Thanks.
you're good.
Victor will take a 5-foot step back.
Do you have to take a 5-foot step back if he's blind?
He can still swing at me. Probably miss, but he can still do it. So he'll study the guard in the front because he's blinded, and blinded denies her dex bonus, correct?
It does indeed.
Yes.
So he'll sneak attack the fuck out of her. Alright, so remove one of the sneak attack die for this one. And I factored in the -1 to my hit. And then the haste
Basically just erase the damage from the final sneak attack on each one. So that'd be 34 on the first hit, 41 on the second hit, 44 on the third hit, and 31 on the fourth hit.
Shall I roll?
So, hang on. The first 2 hit. The next 2 miss.
Alright, so my sneak attack.
You know she has no
Yes.
dex and takes the penalty to armor class for being blind, right?
What's the penalty to armor class for being blind?
Hang on.
Yeah, they're still going to miss.
There's the haste attack. So
That one will hit.
subtract 6, so 43 points of damage.
And she goes down.
Victor's turn.
The vampire lord guy. It's funny, he turns into a cloud of mist and starts flowing down the stairs.
That's fine. We can GTFO now.
Yeah, do we really need to kill him? Other than, the moral victory?
Well,
No,
the
I
fact
don't
that
think so.
we're taking her away and taking the prisoner away, and you know where he's going to go.
To hell.
No,
I
yes.
suppose.
Erevan?
The dude down there is the dude that went whatever for him.
Playing Misty for me.
Yeah, he you know how vampires turn into mist?
Yeah.
That's what he did. He is mist now, and he is flowing down the stairs.
So would fireball burn away mist?
Yes.
Yes. As a matter of fact, it would.
Well, then
There's one problem. The bard. Well, I don't know. Did the bard ever leave? Where'd the bard go? He got dropped, and then
Yeah, when the he is
Hiding somewhere.
when he got dropped, he scrambled away. So he is hiding as far over in the corner as he can.
yell for him to jump in the bathtub. It's water.
jump in the bathtub.
Get to the bathtub.
Get to the shower with the rubber ducky.
Get to the
Get out of
shower.
the bubbles!
Now,
Who's your daddy? What is
game
he doing?
mechanic question. When would he do that if I were to yell that at him?
No.
He's not on initiative order. He has no token, so
Presumably about the time I do. I just don't want to.
He's also a high-ass level bard.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, he can take a
Okay.
little
So,
switchy, he'll be all
no,
right.
not even in an aggressive manner. It's just he probably can take a hit.
We can't assume that though. He's also old,
I have
which means he
resurrection.
could be age categories and no.
I got resurrection.
You got resurrection?
We're good.
All right. Let's fireball that shit.
Fucking put it right on his misty ass and let it roar down the fucking
Boom!
staircase.
Like we're nuking it from orbit, just to be sure.
Just these
I'm
nuts.
gonna be
all
channeling here
fire.
in a minute, so this guy is not getting away with this shit. If we can help it.
What is the range on a fireball?
A 40-foot.
Yeah.
Or 20-foot radius, so 40
Yeah,
foot
20 foot
across.
radius.
Kaboom!
The edge of the room where the guy is hiding is 25 feet away from the vampire, so he is actually out of range.
Nice.
Cool.
Excellent.
Boom! Shock.
And the mist dissipates, and a body flumps to the floor at the bottom of the stairs.
Unimaginable power.
Now would be the time.
Unlimited power.
Listen, I'm saying unimaginable because I don't want to get sued. You know how Lucas is.
You know?
So let's take a quick gander down, make sure we've got all of our rescuees,
Let's go.
and let's look at the bodies for loot, including the guy who just fell down the stairs. Because fuck it, why not?
It wouldn't be Lucas, it'd be Disney, right? And they buy the rights to it all?
Yeah, they did.
They're even
Still.
worse.
Yeah. All I know is Mickey Mouse would appear at my doorstep, kick me in the nuts, and like Joe Pesci in Goodfellas.
It's time.
Not check!
It's time to go.
Or like
before
a
more
like a
guards
meme
come.
Eric told me about. Bob Iger would show up in a sewer drain and be like, "Hey there, Georgie, you want your film rights back?"
We can make a
We've
movie
got
that
film
doesn't
rights
suck.
down here, Georgie.
We can make a
We
movie
all
that
have
doesn't
film
suck
rights
so
down here.
bad.
So we've got a few guards and a vampire lord.
Okay, I gotta get the pizza from the door. BRB.
When I kick you in the balls, you'll float too.
What is he? The Baron Harkonnen? Look at the
Alright.
witch just blowing shit up everywhere.
On Lord Averick, this is what he had. A +3 glamored breastplate. A +3 keen rapier. An amulet of natural armor +2. A belt of incredible dexterity +4. A cloak of resistance +4. A headband of alluring charisma +4. A mask of the mesmerist. A ring of protection +2. And 630 gold in loose change.
Yeah, that's why we weren't letting him get away. What about the guards?
The two that you killed in the entrance to this room, they both have +3 breastplates. So 2 +3 breastplates, 2 +2 heavy steel shields, 2 +2 Falcatas, and 2 Cloak of Resistance +3.
Cloak resist +3.
Yes. The other 2 guards are not wearing magical gear.
Okie dokie.
We should probably teleport the hell out of here now.
I just feel the need to point out that we went through all the work going downstairs in the basement, getting this guy his weapon, i.e., his instrument. Motherfucker didn't help at all.
Yeah, he was the MacGuffin we were supposed to rescue.
Yes.
He was our mission. We were not his.
This is the Maltese Falcon.
He could have bought a new violin.
Maybe he's a lich bard and this is phylactery.
Or maybe it's a special violin.
I believe he did say it was a special violin, didn't he?
Yeah, plus we have that cauldron of resurrection, too. If the dude had died, we could have just tossed him in that, right?
Yeah.
Made stew.
Made a stew.
Everybody take 10. Take a break.
Sounds good.
Okie
Okie dokie. So I'm assuming we teleported out?
Yeah. I was assuming that was the plan.
Or are we taking a break because we're about to get attacked by everyone else at the party?
No, actually, you managed to contain the fight. Amos didn't go downstairs. No one else escaped, so the rest of the party is completely oblivious to what's going on.
Oh, fireworks!
Oh, I get that reference. That was the Patriot. Anyway, I will be RB.
Alright, I'm back. We on a break or something? Leroy Jenkins.
Sala, are you back?
I'm back.
Oh, I am. I'm sorry, I was pushing the wrong button to talk.
Uh-huh.
I am back, yes. Why do you ask?
You know that wine you've been drinking?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're fucked.
Yes, the wine that I'm drinking because of the thing you sent me last week.
Is blood.
Actually, it's not blood. It is wine. It is wine made from grapes, as wine is.
But demon grapes.
There is no demon involved with these grapes.
They're vampire grapes.
Or grapes?
Go ahead and look at that link I sent you.
So I'm taking. We're not going to have any more combat in this game night, like as in the in-game night.
No.
Okay.
Certainly hope not.
Just readjusting my numbers. Do we still have a wand of lesser restoration somewhere? Michael, I wasn't
I'm
sure if you had
what?
one.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Did you have a wand of lesser restoration?
I have just Lester Restoration. Let me see. No, I just have Restoration, and Restoration Greater.
No, I meant wand. Did we have a wand of it?
I do not.
But that's okay.
I do not have one.
We have 3 scrolls of lesser restoration, which I think lesser restoration can get rid of their temporary negative levels, I think.
I am back.
Welcome back.
It does not restore. Lesser Restoration dispels any magical effects, reducing 1 ability score, or cures 1d4 temporary ability damage. Removes any fatigue.
I'm back.
Does not restore ability drain. Okay. Greater Restoration dispels all permanent and temporary negative levels. Also dispels magical effects. Blah 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 blah. Cures ability damage.
Okay, we need regular restoration. Dispels temporary negative levels.
I have one of those, I think. Hold up. Let me look. Restoration. I have 1 greater restoration prepped, and I have 1 lesser restoration, and I have 1 restoration.
Okay, we will not be using a greater restoration because it is a 5,000 gold piece diamond dust hit regardless.
But it's nice to know I have it, though, huh?
A lesser restoration, as long as these are temporary negative levels, which they are, is just 100 gold pieces. So we could take 1. We have 2 scrolls of restoration, so we can use 1 and your spell to take a negative level off of both Sala and Victor. Then Sala, we could either use the other scroll of restoration on her to get rid of her other one. You're down 2 negative levels, right, Sala?
Yes, I am.
Or we could chance it to her making the save. Actually, I think restoration can get rid of a permanent level anyway, right? We can. So why don't we use 1 scroll and 1 casting of restoration. Take away the 1 scroll and the 100 gold piece worth of diamond dust. Then Sala can make her save. And if she fails, it's not going to cost any more than it would have to use the scroll on her anyway.
So, I got a question. Those stairs that the dude died on, where do they lead?
Downstairs back to the party, I think. But we didn't go there, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I will show you.
Yeah, I thought those were like stairs up to like a platform or whatever where the
I
Bathing
thought they
tubs
were
are-
too.
Actually, they are stairs down to the servants' quarter.
Ah, okay.
It's like the one part of the entire house you did not go in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
For some, like I said, I assumed they went up. That was
Our bad.
had I known they went down to. We had an open stairwell that went down to servants' quarters. I never would have used that as a secure location.
My bad.
Would
We
have
could have used
pillow
the
room.
sex dungeon room.
Yeah, when I read the box text of the room, it says there are stairs going down.
Okay. Well, now I know what's down there. You can put me back in the room with everybody else.
Oh, you're not doing anything else in this area right now, so doesn't matter.
Put me back in, coach. I can do it.
Well, we're teleporting back to his house to give him back his daughter and the bard,
Before we leave.
preferably
leave,
before
let me
midnight.
Let me just quick check that we aren't being followed. I will
Sala,
be fine.
Follow
we're
through a
teleporting,
teleport.
and we're leaving now.
But
As
there's
group.
something I need-
No,
there's something I need
as a
to
group.
grab.
Nope, we're
As a
going.
group.
We're leaving now.
What do you need to
But-
grab?
A thing,
What?
some stuff,
No
What?
some
No.
things and stuff.
Aravan, whenever you're ready.
Zim Zim Sullivan, we're out.
Sucks to be you, bro.
No, it
You were
sucks to
part of
be
the whole.
all.
It was you were part of the whole group yelling at Crumb the other day for running upstairs by himself. We're not going to let you go running off by yourself.
Yeah, but unlike him, I'm not controlled by his dick.
You're not controlled.
No,
by me.
but you're not saying what it is that you're running after.
I'm very thirsty.
Yeah, you've been hitting the wine pretty hard and eating those grapes.
That's probably a bad thing.
Weren't we told that stuff here could be bad for us?
Yes, we were.
Maybe.
I believe it was debauchery or shit like that.
Something like that.
That's it. I wanted to get some debauchery.
Well, you know what?
Just
we,
go to Crumb. I'm
we
sure
have
he's got all the
debauchery at home.
debauchery
I'm
you
not-
need.
Let me
We
talk
have
to you about
debauchery at
chilling.
home. We're not going to McDonald's for debauchery. We have it at home.
Talk to you about chilling.
If you're really hard up for debauchery, I'm sure Crumb will, oblige.
Oh yeah.
Don't make me turn this shaggin' wagon around. We've got enough debauchery at home.
Don't make me turn this teleporter around. I swear to God.
I got
Wouldn't that
this.
turn it inside out?
I don't know.
We don't want to find out.
It's metaphorical.
Shut your metaphorical hole. Let's go.
Okay, so do you return to Lord Eldarius with his daughter?
Yes.
That was the
And,
plan.
But dude,
with his daughter and with Eric Zahn, the bard.
yeah, the armadillo thing.
When you return to Lord Eldarius, he is overjoyed that his daughter is back before the blood moon begins,
You're welcome.
and he tells you to wait a moment, and he quickly ushers her away. And a small bit later, he comes back to, and he says, "Thank you. I've managed to secure her for the evening. My dear daughter will be spared the bloodletting."
Now, question. Are you going to go all like hostile, evil wraith ghost on us?
No, I am aware Those who are not aware are the ones who go mad on the blood moon, though I do suggest you leave this house before it begins, as the rest of my family may not be so sane.
Is there somewhere safe we can go then?
I believe I can do create demiplane.
It's still up. It hasn't been 15 days.
Oh, you are correct.
We just got to walk across town back to it.
How does one talk to a GM? Is it /GM?
At /W space GM.
One does not simply talk to a GM.
Was there any reward? It's been a while, and we got distracted. Was there any reward that we had with this guy besides bringing? Oh wait, he's supposed to tell us where we need to go.
Yeah,
this information
thing
for the stele.
So before we leave, why don't you tell us where we got to go?
Oh yes, the strange stela is located in a local vineyard, and it is still worked by people. It has stood there for time immemorial, as far as I can tell, and he gives you precise directions exactly how to get to this vineyard.
Okay. Also, as you can see, we brought your bard friend back. Although I'm not sure he's too friendly with you since you turned him over to them to put in his dungeon.
He is giving the ghost a dirty look.
So, I want to hear it. Well, obviously can't hear it from him since he doesn't really have a voice. But I want to make sure that he's okay with working with you again, or else he's going to come with us and go on his merry way.
He looks at the ghost, and he looks and he points at you.
You want to come with us?
He nods.
All right. Well, we rescued your daughter. You told us where it was. I guess our business here is done.
He says, "Thank you again for saving my dear daughter."
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know what kind of competition you have between noble houses here, but Lord Alric and his two top lieutenants are all dead. Dead. Gone. So, whoever was in charge of the vampiric grouping over there, not anymore.
Thank you for letting me know. However, as I am not a vampire, I do not believe it will be my concern.
No, but your daughter is, but they might be revenge-minded and come here and try and get her back. Or kill her, or, whatever they do.
Well, they don't necessarily know that she was involved. Yeah, she disappeared.
And the first place they'd look would be her family's place.
Let's just hope for good luck. Let's just go to the demiplane and rest up for a couple days, huh?
Look, I don't care one way or the other. I'm just giving you a heads up.
I appreciate your warning. As it is, while I am bound to this house and I could not go and rescue her myself, now that she is here, if they seek to hurt her, they will be in for a reckoning.
All right.
Awesome. Okay, we are going to leave you guys to your undead stuff and hopefully get home before midnight. Because I don't know what time of day it is, but we've got to get back by wherever it was that we put the entrance to the...
The
Actually,
tavern.
do we have to go where the entrance... Is it a static entrance? Is that how it works? Or is it... I honestly don't know.
Let me look that up.
And how does day and night work in that thing? Is it the same as where we are, or is it always day? Is it always...
It is, I believe, to my understanding, it's whatever the hell I want it to be.
Yeah, basically. That's what
Yeah, it pretty much is.
But time passes normally, correct?
Yeah, and even if he sets it as perpetual twilight, since he can have it grow fruits and stuff for us to eat, there'll actually be enough sunlight to grow the fruit, even if it's not actually sunny.
So what you need to do is cast permanence on this thing so we can retire here.
It's magic and shit.
Say F that world and, just chill.
Do you honestly think he wants to have that thing permanently with us as house guests?
Jesus Christ, no.
Oh, the two of us, we're half-orcs. We don't have very long lifespans.
We can make babies.
Well,
We got 2 women, we're good.
hurry for that.
We gotta repopulate the planet.
See.
Well, let's assume we got to walk back, and we'll just start,
Yeah.
hoofing it across town, hopefully getting there before,
It says, when you finish casting the spell, you may bring yourself and up to 7 creatures to the plane automatically by joining hands.
All right, everybody, let's hold hands.
We're kumbaya on that shit.
Well, all right. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's
Victor
not forget
will-
the bard.
Victor's hands are shaking when he takes someone else's hand.
It's okay, Victor. I won't squeeze too hard.
I will.
Crumb might.
Not his hand.
He doesn't. No, Victor doesn't seem to notice his hands are shaking.
Yeah, so, Aravan, is it sunny in your demiplane, or is it nighttime, or what?
I thought when he described it last time, he said it was kind of like twilightish.
Yeah, kind of like late afternoonish, not quite evening.
Oh my God.
It's like that.
It's very
It's
pleasant.
gloaming.
It's
Yes,
twilight,
glowing.
so they're glittering.
Lots of shadows.
It's very
the
pleasant.
beautiful sun. The trees are offering dappled shade. Yes.
Everything's got kind of like that warm.
And vampires
kinda,
look like Peter Pan with sparkles.
Fuck them. If vampires show up, it's going to be like fucking high noon. Anyway, yeah. There's still, all the garden and shit.
The Garden of Erevan.
Plus, there is the house.
And the house.
When you're inside, you're inside the house, so it doesn't matter.
Oh my God, Kylie Jenner's pregnant.
Oh my
Right.
God, who fucking cares?
Hold
It's my
on,
best Peter Griffin voice.
I'm sure I have a fuck around here to give. But no, can't find it. Sorry.
Who?
One of those reality TV.
Revel in
fuck
your
nuts.
ignorance, for it is bliss.
I'll take your word for it.
So you are on the demiplane.
Yes. I assume we're going to get along. We're trying to get a long rest up in this piece.
Okay, this would be the point where we would use the spells. I already marked off one scroll, so Victor's would be gone. One of Sala's negative levels is gone.
And what do I have to roll to see about getting rid of the other one?
When 24 hours is up, you make the roll to see if you get rid of it.
I'm so happy she's pregnant.
Don't make me despise you.
Too late.
Yeah, dude, you don't need to share that shit. Really. It's some fucking Facebook or reality TV fucking tartlet. We don't care.
Dude, that might be his fetish. And that's no different than saying, oh my God, I cannot believe this hot woman, this particular, let's say, porn starlet, got new boobs. That's just new wank material, and then it isn't that weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, I guess if he's got like a pregnant chick fetish, maybe.
Well, my wife was pregnant a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who's the father?
The
Oh!
gardener, Fernando.
Some Jerry Springer shit.
They're so beautiful. And cafe au lait.
And there's even a song you could sing.
The cat in the cradle and the silver.
Oh, not that one.
The Olivia Newton-John one?
Exactly.
Who's that?
When the moon is high.
Whenever you say Olivia Newton-John song, I immediately default to physical.
Well, I mean, that wasn't the one I was thinking of, but it's still apropos.
There's the one Fernando. Since that's the name he said, that's why I mentioned it.
I completely forgot about that one.
Well, yes, we have retired to the house. We take a long rest. The next morning,
Victor doesn't rest.
Victor waits.
Because he's weird.
Yeah,
I'm assuming-
he's waiting for the next day. It's very important.
Okay. Amos gets into the demi-plane and holds his arms out and does a total fucking Iron Man as his armor all just fucking flies off of him and disappears.
I'm gonna go cuddle with something, teddy bears, because we're Imagination Land.
Does there
I
ever
am-
strike you as the teddy bear sword?
Starving.
Oh, there's lots of-
totally-
There's grapes and melons.
There's like
and-
a full garden here. You can get some maters.
Some bacon.
I am
Bacon trees.
digging in. And, after a nice night of rest, I'm gonna, in the morning when I presume it's gonna be safe,
Probably
Do I
even like
have to,
some small game if she wants to go that way.
perhaps. I don't know if it's really in my nature to hunt, but on the other hand, I am a snake lady. Maybe I charm it and then bite it. I don't know.
Swallow it whole.
Actually, you don't.
Just
You're not.
unhinges her jaw.
You don't have the ability to put small game into your demi-plane yet. That's the greater demi-plane.
Yeah, you have to either bring it here first or something.
Let me double check.
It has to seed it. Though that raises the question. The semi-plane you have brought us, this is your thing. It does have an entrance. Are you the only one who can take us in and out of the entrance, or is there a entrance that, in theory, a rat could wander in, or I could take an exit
No,
from?
we have to join hands to enter it.
And I believe I have to be among the thing. Because it's my house.
Sorry, Sala, you're stuck with us.
No, a cute guy is not going to wander in.
A girl has needs.
Hey, look. All jokes aside, Crumb's got a really high charisma.
I do.
He does. And you know what? It would be exceptionally tempting. But as I said, to see that I am so far down the list from a coyote or a hyena
Night
lady
hag.
and a night hag and
A vampire.
a corpse in a lovely dress, but a corpse in a dress nonetheless, it hurts my delicate lady feels. And it has been a long time since I have been in the company of other charming people, and that party last night reminded me that I am an adult woman with needs. So if we're just gonna rest for another day to trying to recover our spells
I
and
got
work
you,
out some
boo.
stuff,
I got you.
All I'm going to say is there are zucchini in the garden. What you do or do not do with that zucchini, just don't do it.
Look,
Just
I
go
got-
out in
I
the
got
woods
you,
and do
boo.
it.
I got you.
it's like Farmer Ernie always said, the difference between a good time and a good meal is where you put the cucumber.
Hey, Farmer Ernie, my dude.
I would just say that perhaps in our downtime, I approach Ervan to perhaps let me out of the demi-plane for a little bit. So
Into
that
the
I
undead realm?
No.
How about
during the
no?
day part where everybody doesn't remember what they are and they're
No,
just
stop.
wandering around being weird.
So you want to split the group?
How about no?
During the day when it's all casual and no shit's going down,
You're
sure.
still getting mugged.
How about
It's a city.
I am a level 15. Okay, I'm
Dancer.
You're level
You're level
14.
15 dancer.
I'm a level 14 stripper. You know what? That still counts for something.
You can get through college with it, but you can't protect yourself.
Look, you can't
All
rest.
right, if she wants to
and
go somewhere,
not
I'll go
rest.
with her. I'll keep an eye on her.
Okay,
Well-
if she wants to go with her. Just,
Of course, if you get dominated, then she'll get dominated.
Don't make promises.
that's probably her plan all along.
Well, Victor's going to stay in the demi-plane because he can't rest until the next day.
Well, this is the next day, I'm assuming. We're going to stay overnight because she said while everyone's, preparing spells, which as a bard she doesn't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, once it's been
You
24
got to make your
hours.
save there, Sala.
What
Or no,
kind of-
not yet. Never mind. It's not 24 hours yet.
Yeah, Victor's just waiting for the actual sunrise or next day, whichever this plane allows.
How you doing, Ervin?
Well, if
Touch me,
Indra
and I will
intends
hex your
on
cock
wandering
so hard it
off,
falls off.
I will. Amos will go with her as to keep an eye on her and make sure she doesn't get jumped by somebody.
I'll stay here and protect Ervin.
I am simply going to go into the bar where we just literally outside of this demi-plane where we had gone inside to ask for some questions and set my eyes upon a handsome young man and just chat him up.
I was in that bar and they looked like about 150 gallons of spilt fuck stacked against the wall. So I'm not sure what handsome one you're going to look for.
That
Hey,
was like
hey now.
yesterday.
Now, most of them look like a bunch of spilled fuck, but there is one guy who is quite better looking, and he looks just like a can of smashed assholes.
But does he have the skin of a killer, though?
Yes, he wears it as a hood. Like I said, if you want to go, you were very adamant about not splitting up the party. So I am going to make sure that we do not violate your principles. I will go with you.
Well, there's only so far you can go because it'd be really awkward if you're sitting in the room.
Hey, he'll go all the way. You know what I'm saying?
I'll hold up my sword and shed some light on the subject and give him pointers if I need to, but
That's not my fetish.
She likes it that way.
I'm sure Crumb will come and watch.
No, I'm taking care of Ervin.
well, I mean, your option
You
is
are not.
either you have I will go with you or Crumb will go with you.
I will come with you.
Victor bangs his head against an imaginary tree.
It's a party now.
He's gonna crumb. He's gonna crumb.
Corva just kind of rolls her eyes, goes into the little cottage, closes the door, and you hear it lock from the inside.
The fruit goes both ways, you know what I'm saying, with the zucchini?
You know, Ervin, you can eject people from your demi-plane at will, right?
She is seriously considering it right about that.
You know what? I can't even. You are ruining the mood with the way you're staring at me. Just.
Huh?
Does this? I just wanted to spend a little alone time with this gentleman, but if you're going to sit here and stare at me, then it's just not going to work.
Well, then you could stay here in the cottage. We don't split the group.
With Ervin.
Is there such a does this town have like a public baths or like a hot spring or anything? I mean, it is
No.
all about decadence and stuff.
Mm-mm.
I could definitely use a cleaning after all these
Nope.
shenanigans.
You got
There is
prestidigitation, right?
And, there's, I believe there's a stream in the demi-plane.
Well, I'm going to go naked in the stream and,
Claim it.
This water's potable, right? Ugh.
It was.
I just crumbed all over it.
Victor is just talking to himself,
I'll go talk to Victor.
trying to ignore the rest of you.
How you doing, Victor?
Irvin's just in the cottage reading.
Victor will say, "We're just fine."
How's your boat?
Well, I don't know if we have left the cottage or not because Indra hasn't seemed to
Is there a
decide.
mouse in your pocket there, Victor?
Oh.
This wee shit.
His
No.
bow talks to him
Eyeball.
sometimes.
No, my bow does not talk to me.
He talked to himself.
That is the most sane reasoning I could come up with for how you've been behaving. So, are you sure that your bow doesn't talk to
I'm
you?
going to cast Wish to make...
No, there is no spirit in my bow anymore.
I get Wish
Anymore.
Did it
Yeah.
leave the bow and jump into you or something?
No comment.
Seems like something we'd want to comment on.
At that moment, Victor's glove flies off and slaps Amos in the face.
Huh.
Really? Seriously?
It's part of the thing.
It's part of what thing? You better start talking or I'm going to come over there and bounce your ass around this cottage like a fucking rugby ball.
Sounds dirty.
Okay, the bow had a spirit. It doesn't have a spirit. Yes, I am possessed. I did not throw the glove at you. It came off and flew at you.
I can unpossess you.
No, I'm fine. Not so bad, really. Someone to talk to.
Y'all motherfuckers need Odin.
I can banishment it.
No, like I said, I mean, it's not an evil spirit. It helped us a lot.
Okay, I'm cool with it.
I know that. It's just now that if she's not in your bow, she's in you. I mean,
Yeah.
I am somewhat unfamiliar with some of these spiritual things. Looks at Crumb
Somebody
meaningfully.
was in me.
But isn't there only room for one soul in a body?
No. It's just whenever certain things happen, I kind of begin to lose control of which one of us is in control. That's why I'm waiting to rest, because it seems that whenever I go to sleep, she gets more control. So I have to wait till the next day when things kind of calm down inside, as far as I can
So you
tell.
lose control when you sleep, huh?
I move closer to losing control.
I'm gonna sleep closer to him.
You done it now. You said she, and well, if she takes over, Crumb will be there.
The body is exactly the same.
It's
I
okay.
don't think it matters.
When has that been an issue?
No, Crumb's gonna be a good person. He's burned you too many times.
Just so you know, Crumb, whichever one of us is in control, you take out your sword, we're both taking out the bow.
It's okay. I'm gonna be good, I promise.
And we can both aim well enough to hit the needle on the head.
It's okay.
Look, the only thing I care about is that all you individuals who have your different little insanities going on, keep your shit together until we save the world. If you want to go crazy afterwards, that's fine.
I'm gonna do a permanent.
I'm
Me
not
playing
insane.
once.
I'm possessed. There's a difference.
Once we're all done here, I'm gonna cast Greater Demiplane quite a few times, buy a scroll of permanency, and call it good. Gonna retire.
Gonna just wear pajamas forever and open a fucking mansion with a grotto and fill it with nubile young women of all sorts.
No, I'm thinking
Host
about,
parties.
Bunch of
thinking
hags.
about just living the life of solitude in my fortress
Yeah.
of solitude.
He's gonna become the Crumb Hefner. Walking around his jammies.
He's gonna be wearing like the equivalent of a tracksuit with just the symbol of Shaylin, like the big gold chain.
Wearing
Only
Only
cookie
the
pants.
symbol of Shaylin will be like the Adidas symbol.
Yeah, cookie pants.
So he's gonna look like a Russian mobster.
Slav
Hey,
squat.
I'm an oligarch.
Opulence. I has it.
I'm a Russian oligarch.
With his miniature giraffe.
I like that Colbert episode where freaking he goes and visits the oligarch.
Alright, so what are we doing here? What's the plan?
Well, don't I have to do like now? Hasn't it been enough time where I'm gonna do my roll?
Well, I don't know. Did we stay in the place or not? Did we stay in the demiplane or
As
not?
I don't plan to have sensual relationships with someone while you're watching me, then I guess I'm just.
I'd turn my back. I mean, I wouldn't watch like the old the rabbit entering the burrow or anything.
Can't stop, won't stop.
It's not. It's you know what? It's a woman has needs, but I am not some ravenous beast that can't control her libido. Looks
No, good. So then we don't have to split up the party, and I give her a hearty clap on the shoulder. Glad you see the way of things.
fine. I just was going to take advantage of this downtime, maybe enjoy myself a little bit, but that's cool. I'll stay here. It's so pleasant and sunny and filled with the simple joys of the countryside.
Look, I told you I'd go with
Fuck
you.
out of me.
But you don't seem to want to have a chaperone.
She hasn't had anything twitch her nose that doesn't run on a hand crank.
Perfect just kind of lays down on her bedroll, grumbles, covers herself up. She needs a nap.
I'm gonna spend the night, except for my 8 hours, praying.
All right. Well, Amos just chilling, waiting to see what's going to happen. So
You can come join me.
So, okay, if we're staying here, then I just want to do my roll so I get this, so I don't have to try to remember to change
Your roll will be
macros
after
'cause I'm not
24
smart.
hours, so we would have to be here for 24 hours for you to have a roll. So is that the plan?
I'd like to know what our plan actually is. Are we planning on just resting for a day or two and then, heading out to the Stele or what? What is our plan?
Well, time is of the essence because we don't know when Lowell's is going to complete his whatever.
Plus, we need to find out some stuff about the vineyard, if it's currently being worked, if it's just like, oh yeah, totally go touch the stone, see if I fucking care. Or if it's like, the stele are important religious artifacts, go near them and we will kill you, kind of thing.
Really? Are we caring now about the locals' opinion on how we treat their artifacts?
No, we don't care about their opinion. We
Well,
care
I
what they're
kinda
going to
do.
do if we do
They,
it.
they grow grapes around it. I don't think they think that greatly of it.
Would you like to go and use the day to reconnoiter the place? You can be all flirty with someone. If someone owns a vineyard, they're probably rich.
Maybe handsome. Ooh.
And maybe
It's-
undead.
Well, maybe at night. But, if that's something you'd like to do, again, I'll go with you. But we're not going to just totally send one person out by themselves.
That's totally cool.
We kind of like you, Indra. We don't want you to die.
She's alright.
You don't like me.
I gotta go take.
You make it
Put
difficult at
gems.
times, but we actually kind of do.
Yeah, I would need a very tempting offer to kill you.
And from Victor, that's saying something.
I promise not to kill you until after we save the world.
Let's be honest. Realistically, if we survive this and we manage to stop this and save the world, we're probably not going to be sharing like holiday greetings with one another, into perpetuity. But for now,
For now, I'm letting you charming people live at my home. Okay, so I think that speaks wonders.
Huh. This is your actual home and not just like something you cooked up for, spell purposes?
¿por qué no
Yes.
los dos?
I'm sorry, this is my summer home. Whatever.
Look, is there a house? Yes. Who does it belong to? Me. So therefore, it is my home.
Whose house? Vin's
Red's
house.
I don't know. We weren't really recruited, and home is where the army sends you.
Look, I haven't been home in shit. How many years now is it? Were we working for Lowell? So it's been almost 6 years. My kids have got to be huge by now.
You have kids?
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Why do you think I hire out as a mercenary? You know how much half-orc kids eat?
I just kind of thought it was, adventure and, bashing things for money.
That's part of the fun, but, it's because it's what I'm good at. But I've got 9 kids back in Absalom.
All
I
right.
got 5 kids to feed.
I wish I had 5 kids to feed, but I have 1.
This is all
I'm-
greatly
I-
confusing.
I'm good having no kids right now.
My wives are going to kill me.
Plural?
Don't judge him.
Well, yeah, you don't think I had 9 kids with just one wife, did you?
Don't judge him.
You know what?
Hold on.
I literally, from my memory of half orcs is made up of, or sorry, my knowledge of half orcs is mainly made up of you and Crumb.
Sex is
Given
fake.
his libido, I could believe you having 9 kids.
No, just trying to spread the love of Shaylin. Anybody welcome to join me for prayers in the garden. I'm gonna go make some pottery.
Mm,
Does his demi-plane have clay?
Sure.
Damn right it does.
Erevan was thinking of you.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
All right. So, again, what's the plan?
Go to the start. What
Well-
do we gotta do? We gotta do the other one, right?
we gotta find
Did-
some info out about this place.
Yeah,
We've got to deal with this stele, and then we move on to the next area, and the next stele, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So let's
Does-
sell her.
Does the bard know anything about the stele?
Yeah, we've got Zahn here.
He shakes his head and then points at the ground. And then he holds up a finger and pulls out some paper and starts writing.
Thank you. I was going to say, dude, please. You know,
You're not
said-
from this place?
He says, "No, I'm not from this this nexus. I'm from another one. They all appear to have stelae, though I'm not sure if they have any particular powers here. They are used to draw these cities into Carcosa. I don't know what they can be used for once they're here."
but now, okay, wait. So it's only 3 stelae, right? That we're trying to do?
That's what the lady told you.
Okay, so there should be 2 more nexi that we have to go to.
Yeah, she told you which nexus is you had to go to.
Okay. Well, do you know which, and I name those 2 for him, for Zahn. Do you know those 2? Either of those 2 nexi?
He actually
Nexi
nods.
or Nexes?
It might be nexis, yeah.
Nexos.
I thought it was Nexuses.
Nexuses.
So what did you say? Or what did the bard say? Or write, actually?
Let's see. Trying to find the name of the other 2 nexuses. Yeah, the Casilda told you that the nexuses were Avenvor, Bolvari, and Paris. When you mentioned Bolvari and Paris, when you say the second one, he nods and points. And then points at himself. Yes, he points at himself.
Okay, good. So when we get there, you can help us find that stele.
He nods.
Great. Well, we have a choice. Either we're just going to go in cold to this location and go to the vineyard and go to Stella, or we go and try and get some information about it first. But we need to decide what we are going to do.
I'd like to have a basic idea. I mean, we can make certain assumptions, but, stuff.
Then let's go do that.
A little recon probably wouldn't hurt.
Again.
I'm assuming, too, that over the course of this time, we've healed ourselves back up to the normal.
Well, how much time
overnight, you heal 1 point. Was it 1 hit point per level? And unless we were under anyone, no one made any heal checks, so we're not healing any more than that.
Nope.
So you would have healed 15 points back.
Which is exactly how much I was down.
And then while we're out, we could maybe get some provisions, because you don't have any meat here, and your garden's lovely, but, like, a BLT would be awesome.
There's plenty of meat
Or,
here,
you
you
know,
know what I'm
bread.
saying?
I really don't trust any of the food in this place.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird.
I mean, Indra got all twitchy after we left that party.
That's just the meth.
And that's me talking. If I say someone's twitchy.
I have conjured monkeys from the nether, and we dealt with vampires. It was a stressful night.
Did she just say that she pulled monkeys out of her nethers?
I believe so.
You know, the story is that certain diseases came from when someone joined with a monkey.
Hand goes up to y'all.
They called it bardism.
Zip it. There are no zippers in this world, but zip it.
Look, are we going to go and get information or not?
Yes, we should go
Yes.
incognito.
No, we'll just walk around and talk.
Or that.
So then let's go do that.
Yes.
Once the people who have to memorize spells rememorize their spells, then we will go. Because you have to, I think like he has to spend an hour in prayer, and you have to spend time communing with your familiar.
I'm going to invite everybody to Shaylin prayers time.
Irvin respectfully declines.
Michael, fix your health, and let's get our asses in gear.
Irvin just kind of plays with the cards, does like a real quick kind of reading, flavor text.
You gonna read any more Necronomicon?
If we had a little more time, I probably would.
You know, you only, because of your ring, you only had to rest for 2 hours.
Yep.
So you had plenty of time to read the Necronomicon. Everyone else had to rest for 8. You had 6 hours of free time.
You know what? Let's do this.
You're crazy.
Whatever. So the dude tries to put his dick in a night hag.
Hey, you're fucking with shit that's...
Oh, snap!
Just saying,
All right,
you're messing with powers beyond your comprehension, brother. You're taking your life in your own hand.
That's why he's reading the manual.
Yes, read the fucking manual. Okay,
All right, let me find the
I'm gonna go do
the
stuff.
entry on the book. There we go.
Time for Shaylin Jesus talk.
No. Okay. Let's see, what sections have you read here? I know you've read 1, 2, and 10.
And I think it was the last section.
Yeah, 10 is the last section.
And I think the 5th or 6th, which is where the portal to get here was.
Something like that. I should probably start taking notes on which sections I read. Well, let's just read the next section in sequence, I guess.
Well, you've read the... I'm pretty sure that you've read the... Yeah, I know you've read this one. I know you've read 1, 2, and you've read the last one.
So 1, 2, 6, and 10. Let's do 3 then.
Oh, you've also read 5. That's why it's not listed. Okay, 3. Give me a will save.
Ouch.
Okay, you take 5 points of drain to wisdom and charisma.
Wow.
Okay.
But you also get this.
A pony.
Wisdom and charisma?
Yes. Once per day, you can cast any of the following spells. Contact Entity 1, Contact Entity 2, Contact Entity 3, or Contact Entity 4.
Okay.
Basically, you can call on outer beings to answer your questions. You can Google the spells.
Great.
Okay, how much drain did you take?
5 to charisma, 5 to wisdom.
5 to charisma and 5 to wisdom.
Luckily, though, it's a witch, so wisdom and charisma are not her casting stats.
Hooray!
Oh, but it is her will save.
Yes. We do anything about that, Will?
Nah, you're screwed, dude. I warned you.
Okay, yeah, we'll just need 2 restoration spells.
Yeah, I only got 1 today.
Well, why don't we use the 1 to get rid of her wisdom drain, and, she's been kind of cranky anyway, so we won't notice her charisma. And fuck, not like Amos would notice anyway.
Really?
Yeah, if you look, the handout that just says spells. Actually, let me rename it. There you go, Necronomicon spells. You can learn all of those spells as long as you have the Necronomicon in your possession. That was section 5 that you read. You can basically memorize them for the day like any spell from your familiar, but only as long as you have the Necronomicon in your possession.
Oh, is that on top of my normal spells per day?
No, it's just you basically add them to this spell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like they were in your familiar so that you could memorize them if you wanted to.
Okay. What does it mean when it says has the OA or the HA at the end of the spell name?
Those that basically tells you what book they're in if you need to look them up. Like OA is Occult Adventures and HA is Horror Adventures.
Gotcha.
Now, the spells that you get from other, Section 10, once mastered, the section allows the user to cast Greater Teleport once a day. That's in addition to any other spells you have. That's just a free Greater Teleport.
Nifty.
The Contact Entity, those are free Contact Entities. Once a day, you can cast one of those spells.
Cool.
Alrighty. So, what's the plan?
We're going to go get some information about the vineyard.
Yep.
Doesn't Crum need to cast Restoration on Erevan?
I assumed we did.
I assumed we did too.
Yeah, one single restoration will at least knock out your will damage, and then maybe tomorrow he can get rid of your charisma shit.
Maybe if you come with me and pray to Shellen, about your horribleness.
Suck it, Trebek.
He just wants to be alone in a room with you.
No,
Probably.
I just want to save your immortal soul.
Pervert.
This is why you're not allowed with 100 yards of a school.
I just want to save her immortal soul.
Tell you what, I will entertain the notion.
Okay. Tomorrow.
And I'm sure with a -5, what's your charisma sitting at right now? Like a 5?
Let me check.
I'm totally hot, dude. I'm totally hot.
Yeah, it's like it is 5.
So you are as classy as Amos right now when he's all hopped up on his combat drink.
I am totally so much more attractive than a Catholic priest right now.
Alright, well at least you're smart. And that's what we need in this situation. We need your smarts. So let's go out there and pound some pavement and learn some stuff.
All right, Andrew, roll your diplomacy check.
Yeah, diplomacy or knowledge local for gather information. Or if someone actually looked up his contact entity ability.
That's okay. Yes, I will look up the contact entity.
Because you can do contact entity 4 as a freebie.
That is pretty nice.
Okay, so what? Okay, good news. I could Contact a star spawn of Cthulhu. Bad news, I need to sacrifice a humanoid of 10 hit dice or fewer. Or more, I'm sorry.
That's always good. Not.
I'm gonna say no on that one. Besides, who could we use? Totally tries very hard not to look at the bard. Doesn't 100% succeed.
I don't think we need to sacrifice anyone.
No, we don't. There's no sacrificing going on here. It's like we're a bunch of dirtbags, but we're not going to sacrifice people dirtbags.
We do have some kind of morals.
Yeah, this is just not going to happen.
Indra, or Irvin, in her garden, has morels.
Plus, Victor doesn't know what the contents of the spell are, so he doesn't have the benefits.
Well, is 37 enough for us to get some info about the place?
Yes.
What can you tell me about this vineyard that we were given a rough idea about?
You're
Maybe
told.
the wine from that you had.
It's a local vineyard. It's there's nothing particularly special about it, other than it's known to produce fine quality wines.
Oh, like what?
They mention off that this vineyard is the main source of the Ruby Artemisia wine, which is a local vintage. There's a strange stone that stands in the field.
Are any mention of the kind of people who run the vineyard? Are they nice people?
Let's get stoned.
Yeah, they're decent folk. Little hoity-toity rich folks, but
Which means they're undead.
Or ghosts. We've seen some ghosts. They might be werewolves. I don't know what's around here.
Ghosts are undead.
With a 37, you also hear one person kind of look a little bit nervous when talking about the field, and they say that their brother used to work there until he disappeared.
So are these fields guarded, or are they just kind of like open, and good manners keep people from like going into the fields picking shit?
Oh, no, they're open. They're, not guarded in any way. Every once in a while some kids will run in and steal some grapes, but it's not a big, thing.
Well, using that bits of information, folks, what do you think we should do? Should we wait for nightfall to try to sneak in? Do you think we should just mosey in during the day? Should we approach the owners and
I think we should just
ask for permission to be on the land? Or shall we be all clandestine and shit?
I think we should just do it and just go. F them.
Well, how long does the ritual take to separate the stele from its connection to our world?
The ritual takes about 40 minutes.
So we might want to get permission. You can't just like run in there, knock on it 3 times, and run.
Yeah.
And if we don't get permission, well, we're probably going to end up fighting everyone anyway, because that's what always happens.
You notice that too?
True.
I did.
It's a recurring thing.
Usually
I didn't even have to
happens.
roll my perception for it.
All right, you guys track down vine owners not appearing in this module, and they totally give you permission.
Well, thanks.
And just to kind of soothe any like, I don't know, like misgivings they might have by these strangers coming onto their land, I offer to buy like a case. Wine comes in a case of their like local brew, their vintage.
How much gold do you have?
I have some gold. I have 335 gold pieces. Is that enough to buy a case of wine?
Yeah, for 300 gold, you can get a case of wine.
I'm doing this to make them feel better about us hanging out on their land. And then I put
That's
the wine
totally
in my
coming out of your pocket.
The if you look at them closely, they're very pale. The owners of the vineyard.
Great.
And, I'll have one of my boys get the case of wine for you, and they summon one of their servants, and they come back bearing a case of wine, and you can tell that the servant is very much a zombie.
Very gingerly take the wine. Thank you.
The zombie doesn't say anything. The owner of the vineyard's like, don't mind him. He's a little slow. Good worker, though.
His brain's a little rotted.
Must be the wine.
Too much of the wine.
I tell you, never
Do
mind.
you really want Indra to have the wine?
Well, you know what? I'll just use it.
Why not?
This is your chance. She's, she'll be drunk.
True.
Well, plus, I can use it to just bribe some people or something.
Or you could bless it. It could be sacramental wine or whatever.
Guys, who gives a shit if she has wine? We're trying to save the fucking world.
Yes.
What if
Everything's
it's
better with a drink.
So, thank you very much. We won't be long. We're just tourists, and we really wanted to see this beautiful piece of ancient art. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Be backing out the door, close it. Whew. Okay, so yeah, let's go take care of this thing and uncouple it from the worlds.
Start doing your thing. Wait, hang on.
Do I need to slather you with some bardic goodness?
If I remember correctly, Indra had better luck with the
That was
stellate
before you
blast.
got the one skill, though. Although Indra could always do it if you want. I mean,
Watch the rolls with knowledge engineering, knowledge nobility, and
let's find out what the roles are first before we start the ritual. Then we can decide who is best to do it.
Okay. You guys, you come to the vineyard. You can kind of see over the...
what do I see?
All right, what you see is you see that you can't walk north or south through the vines because they're all on trellises. You may be able to cut your way through the trellis with a slashing weapon, but otherwise you either have to walk around them. The lush vines stand 5 feet tall and provide soft cover.
Can I do a nature check on these vines to make sure they're just regular vines and not the kind of vines that will try and eat us if we try and cut through them?
They are grapevines.
Where's the stele?
Go fly and find out, dude.
That's my point. I can pick everyone up, carry us to the stele without cutting through the vines and destroying their
True.
property. Where's the stele?
You can, if you fly up, you can see it poking out from up north.
I
I use my
will.
wings because I'm pretty.
Fine. She can fly on her own if she wants to waste wing time. If Aravan wants to waste wing time.
Everything can carry
I don't know
me
if-
hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry Crumb and I assume Victor because he probably doesn't want to waste his one time a day flight spell.
Yeah, I'll carry.
I have 2 flight spells, but yeah, sure.
And then let's fly towards the stele without having to destroy the
It's pretty stellar.
vines.
Totally Avengers time.
Because being a ball turret is awesome.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
gonna buy another case of wine to soothe these people's mood.
Why? We're not destroying stuff.
Yeah.
We're
That's
being
what I'm
secret.
saying. Don't destroy it. I can't afford to buy more wine.
Oh, it's a stellar.
mean, I-
That's not a triangle.
That's a pentagon.
The triangle is in the middle of it. It's got a base.
Gotcha. Silly artists.
Obviously, these people don't know freaking their geometric shapes.
Does Victor notice anything odd about this location?
Let me see here. Nope. No, you don't.
All right, there's no tracks here. There's no foreseeable enemies. Guess we should get this ritual started.
Let's get this party started, yeah.
Well, again, let's find out what the ritual entails, so who should do it, because just in case Aravan would run the risk of taking a backlash to her charisma, that might knock her unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of like Airman.
I want to say there was charisma backlash the last time I fucked this up. Think.
And hearing that you might fall unconscious and Crumb likes you, that's a whammy.
No, it's not like that at all. Pervs.
Yeah, she's hairy.
Well, I'm gonna slather us with some inspired competence, which is gonna give us a +6.
It's +6.
Yes. It's a +5 at level 15, and then I have.
And you're not level
Oh,
15.
I'm 14 now. Or am I?
You're effectively level 14. Because you have one of your levels healed, but you still have the other negative.
It's just +5. Because then
Right.
it's +4, and then I get one for my fez.
Correct. So again, what do we need for this thing?
Well, first of all, you need to be touching it.
Okay, we get.
Yes.
We're trying to figure out what the roles are going to be, so we decide who's actually going to conduct the ritual.
Arcana, Dungeoneering, and Spellcraft.
It was the dungeoneering that I was always choking on last time.
Which you got. Actually, the last time it wasn't done, there was some weird one that, like, nobility. Or shit that was
'cause
thrown
I've got the dungeoneering now
You
because
do now.
Yes.
Like I said, the last time was screwy.
yes.
So we'll have Aravan do it. Remember, you got a +5 from her.
So Arcana, Spellcraft, and Dungeoneering.
Yep.
Ooh, I could hit you with some heroism.
Yeah, why don't you give her heroism so it's a +7?
Oh,
+7 altogether?
with heroism.
Yep, +7 altogether. And then you got to move up and be touching the stone.
Let's do Arcana first.
Is anyone assisting?
That's not how these things worked, if you recall.
Well, I thought that
Something's wrong there.
That doesn't seem
Fuck.
possible.
you have a plus.
Yeah, I do that out of habit for some reason. There we go.
I'm hoping that
You know
succeeds.
all the arcana.
That does succeed. Though it takes about 10 minutes. About 5 minutes in, suddenly a sticky, sickly fruit flies out of nowhere and smacks into Erebin.
No, it doesn't. I cut it out of the air.
My dude.
Haha.
Because I'm adjacent to her, so I can use my ability to cut from the air to deflect things coming at her.
Okay, so instead of the fruit hitting her, instead the fruit explodes into a
Let me get
big. It's a big sploosh of basically fruit juice, and everybody adjacent to Erebin takes 8 damage.
Uh-huh.
Do I take 8 damage? There's the dungeoneering check.
Victor will keep his eyes open for any incoming fruit and try and shoot them.
And spellcraft, you said was the last one?
Everybody roll for initiative.
Ah, shit.
Oh, great. Demon tree.
Don't you have something for plant life?
I do, but I gotta do this thing.
It's called a hacksaw.
It's called horde building.
It's called
The,
Aeons.
Just so you know, the ritual will take another half hour to complete.
So do you guys want me to stop doing the ritual and help the fight? Or
Just keep going.
Do your thing,
Okay.
boo.
You keep doing your thing.
Amos.
Amos kill.
Amos flies over and attacks it.
Did that dungeoneering check go in before we entered initiative?
No.
Okay.
Is it nighttime?
What time of day did you guys go there?
Daytime.
The beginning of the day.
Okay.
It took, however, gather information takes at least 4 hours. So,
Probably.
I don't know. It's
sometime
probably
in
middle of the
afternoon.
day sometime.
That's the important part. Now I can see.
Obviously, there's no sonic damage because she is not singing yet.
Dancing. I dance.
Whatever. She's not working the pole.
Don't belittle my art.
Okay, you slash into it. And it looks like some sort of planty creature. It's got vines growing off of it. It's got grapes growing off of it.
It's
Yeah,
an angry
I
orchard.
figured that by the
It's an
planty
angry orchard.
creature.
It will lash out at Amos.
Yes.
Do either of those hit?
The first one hits, but his grab does nothing.
And then vines just whip out from the plants around and also smack at you.
Okay, the first vine hits. However,
Alright.
the pull effect has no effect because.
But you do take 6 bleed damage.
Yep, I got it.
Crumb.
I am going to move here and give Amos a bull strength.
I'd rather have a cure light wounds, but
That's next turn. Don't worry, Amos. I'll protect you.
He got your back. He'll be your big spoon.
No, I'll take care of my bros. You know.
Victor will delay till after intro goes.
Erevan.
Presumably, I'm just doing the ritual.
Okie dokie.
You want me to do one of my checks?
Nope.
Okay.
You got another 10 minutes before check can happen.
Okay.
Indra.
I know you're gonna be super surprised by this turn of events, but I am going to begin to dance and cast haste.
Victor.
Victor.
It is immune to precision damage.
What exactly is precision damage?
Sneak attack.
sneak attack.
And anything that's listed as precision damage. But it's gone already, so he couldn't do the sneak attack anyway. So he will just shoot it with arrows. After studying it. So does a 32 confirm?
It would, but it's immune to precision damage and critical hits.
Oh, well,
Sorry, it's got the amorphous trait, so no precision, no critical hits.
okay. I'm guessing a 26 doesn't hit.
No.
I realized I should have rolled to see what the fuck it is.
So that's 101 damage.
Alrighty. Amos.
God, so many decisions. Let me look through my repertoire here. I think I will cast Sword.
You're so good at that, man.
Obviously, since I can't crit, but the lowest attack roll is a 43.
Yeah, he was good until that one time that he, got mind controlled and turned against us. Then he luckily rolled pretty low.
I did, man. I rolled nothing higher than a 7 that entire combat. Well, yeah, because I could hit with a low roll on my first shot, but nothing else.
Well, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Okay. So it goes down. Didn't even get to do anything fun.
So I gotta ask, what kind of fruit juice is this that gave us 8 points of damage?
Probably hard cider.
And I take another 6 points of damage.
I rolled a 10 for heal.
That's not going to do it.
I'm going to walk away.
Here you go, Amos.
Yay, I'm back to 177 out of 215 health.
You're welcome.
Victor will again keep his eyes peeled for any incoming fruit.
Still doing the ritual.
All right. So go ahead and give me a second knowledge arcana check.
I've still got the +7, right?
You should. That wasn't very long combat.
Cure Serious is 3d8 plus 5 when it's a potion, right?
Yeah. Do we have potions of it?
Pretty sure we have plenty.
All right, pound it, dude.
Knock it back.
Yep, you're good. Give me a knowledge dungeoneering.
I take a moment to reach over Aravin's head and pat Amos on the top of his head and give him some heroism too. I keep forgetting to do that, and you deserve it.
And give me a knowledge arcana.
Arcana or spellcraft?
Sorry, spellcraft.
Don't forget your +7.
Because
She
you
knows
needed
all
it.
the spells.
To be fair, spellcraft is it's like one of the few things I'm actually good at.
You take 6 points of damage, and you are exhausted.
Whew,
You're
I'm spent.
done for the day, man.
While you perform the ritual, you feel as if you are being watched. The stele begins to hum with a low vibration that peaks at a high-pitched whine at the ritual's completion.
Am I the only one that feels like we're being watched, or is it
You
collectively?
were the only one doing the ritual, so
The
yes.
ritual has climaxed.
Erwin kind of looks around, kind of paranoid.
Victor
Great.
picks up on the
You too?
paranoia and becomes paranoid.
Feel like we're being watched.
Does Victor see anything?
No.
It's not like I can be paranoid, man.
Gee,
I'm freaking out, man.
it's not like there could be anything behind any of these rows of vines or, more living tree things that could come and attack us, or maybe some crazy, weird creature looking at us through the stele or anything.
Also, when you complete the ritual, in the rush of power that leaves Erevan exhausted, you can kind of see like a wind rustle through the leaves of the grapevines, and almost immediately they seem to be wilting.
Unlimited power.
Can we leave now? Because this place is creepy.
I think we should go. I don't want to be here when this place all dies.
So, what direction is the next nexus that we have to head to? Like, is there a yellow brick road we should follow, or what? Because the last one, there was a pathway, a distinct, from here to there.
Well, when you leave this area, not too long later, Casilda will catch up with you. She doesn't walk so much as float, and she floats over to you all. And she doesn't smile because her face doesn't do that. But she does say that, travelers, I see you have succeeded with the first stele. And you have freed the musician. His help will be invaluable to you.
Damn right.
Oh, Casilda. And I grab everyone and float off the ground. And I go, we all float down here.
She looks at you curiously.
Irvin tries to give, and not so much her usual, look, but she just kind of rolls her eyes, but she's kind of tired.
Indra is smushed in this group hug and is just super confused by this whole thing.
We should probably, go away to our extra dimensional space.
Actually, we should probably start heading towards the next area we're supposed to go. And is it time for Indra to make her save yet?
Sure, she can make her save now.
Will she make it?
What do I roll?
Your stuff.
Well, I don't know what my modifier is on my stuff, so, is it a fort save? Is it, what?
It is... It is... Let me see exactly here.
You make a fort save, DC 10 plus half the draining creature's racial hit dice, plus the draining creature's charisma modifier. It should be given in the text from the guard that punched her.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Give me the fort save.
But since I did Bardic Performance for Erevan, that's up for everybody, including myself. So that's plus
nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you fail.
So we just use that scroll, since we don't have to waste the diamond dust, and we use the scroll on her and get rid of her negative level.
Casilda tells you, from here, you can move to Balvari or to Paris. Balvari is closer. But Paris is the home of the musician.
Paris.
Yeah, right. So we figure he could help us out when we get to that last place. Let's go to the close one. Wait, what should we expect in this next one?
Balvari is a city of what you may call elder things.
Oh.
But it seems abandoned, as if all the elder things have fled.
Oh, that's good.
That sounds awesome.
Wait, why did they flee?
I do not know.
Probably because they went to respond to wherever, Lulz and his group of fanatics went.
There are strange sounds that I hear from there. Echoing calls of creatures I cannot see.
It's probably
I
the
can see
best.
most things, so it should be fine.
The city was taken from high mountains, so I believe it is cold.
You mean Crumb finally gets to use Endure elements?
Yeah, kind of. I do have a communal, thing.
Be careful. The king's eyes will fall upon you the more stelae you attune.
You mean he hasn't been watching us this entire time?
Well, he's been watching you, Victor, all the time.
What?
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning.
Where?
You don't see him around the corners and stuff. I mean, he's always watching you.
Victor kind of looks up. Seems to be hearing something. Oh, you're just teasing me.
No. Really?
If you seek Balvari, this is the direction you must go. And she gives you the directions from where you are to Balvari. I will find you again once the next stele falls. Be careful.
Be careful.
Aren't we always?
Be careful? How the hell do we be careful here? Jeez.
Considering our... Never mind.
How are we, be careful? We can't be careful. We have to kill everything. How about good hunting, lady? How about that?
That's a better one.
Then I wish you good hunting.
Thank you.
I must go before the king learns of my presence
Then he
again.
rips you apart again, and then we have to wait for you to come back together. And
She bows and floats off.
I honestly think that sometimes we got the short end of the stick with our assistants.
yeah, at least the music guy's pretty cool.
He doesn't
Hey,
say
that-
much.
That
Kiki was
giant,
alright.
that giant eye beast who decided not to fight us, he was my favorite.
Yeah, the Kiki was pretty cool, but the giant eye grimace, yeah, he was pretty tight.
I don't know. Kiki didn't really do much except,
But she was
No, but she was pleasant.
remind us that we had to get her
She
body.
was pleasant to have around.
But she never tried to kill us, which is
Yeah.
That
A
right
bonus.
there is, that is pretty much, that puts her in pretty high standing amongst the people we've met.
for real.
Not killing us. yeah,
Upianchi guarded us while we
awesome.
slept.
That's true. That is true.
Did
Granted, what was she guarding us from? Against, since we
Don't
killed
know.
all the shit in the area? I don't know.
Well, it's all about relatives
Giant
here.
death birds.
Which she was relatively awesome compared to some of the things around here.
No, she was kind of screechy and annoying as a ghost.
Well, could be worse.
we'll have that.
Hey, stop making fun of her.
So what do I need to do to get
She's right
rid of
here.
exhausted? Just rest.
You will either have to rest, or
I can cast a spell for that.
if someone does a restoration on you to get rid of that charisma damage or charisma drain, it'll also get rid of the what do you call it?
the condition.
The
Exhausted.
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 Doesn't lesser restoration make it fatigued instead of exhausted?
Yeah, but there's no point in it because she has drain, so why waste the lesser restoration?
Mm,
She's exhausted, we're not doing anything. We're heading into the next zone. We are then can still access the demi plane because it hasn't been 15 days yet, and just chill.
Yeah.
It's also midnight, so I don't know how much farther we were going to push tonight anyway.
Yeah.
I think I'm about done for the night.
Tapped.
All right, we will. You guys travel across Carcosa, moving through strange cities and odd bits of towns. Just imagine any weird city you can ever think of from fantasy or sci-fi, and you probably move through something that looks like that.
The Twilight Zone.
It's like that. It's the troll market from Hellboy 2.
Yeah, kind of. You move through one of those. You move
Cool.
through one city that looks almost entirely like a hive from the Alien movies.
Nice.
Scrub gets Avarice.
Oh.
All those eggs.
I'll be your face hugger.
Oh, baby. All right, guys. See you next week.